My Twitch account was revoked on Discord.
Oh, your Twitch account was revoked, so you probably just have to renable it so it can link up.
Yeah. I'm going to try and
fix that. Okay.
Now let's see if that actually...
How about the Fenvy? What the hell's going on?
Aha, there we go.
That and a lot more on this week's episode of the ADLR Podcast.
The shit. Alright, so that fixed it. That's good. Oh, is he coming?
I don't know. I haven't checked his pants. All right. We are here. He said, how about the Fenvy? Yeah, that's a trash card. That's what that is. The Fenvy is a wireless card I tried to help him install, but it just was dead on arrival. So we wasted a bunch of time trying to figure out why it isn't working when the card itself was dead.
That sucks.
Yeah. So that was bullshit. What are we doing here? This is ADLR Podcast 114. Yeah, I like saying 114. It's not like a futuristic thing. I'm joined by Rondalius here on the right, trying to situate himself. You know, just now they can hear you.
What's up?
We got Brian over there just kissing his lips. And we got Kelsey figuring out why Discord abandoned his Twitch account.
Just nobody loves me.
That's a lie. People love you. The fuck? Oh, he just smiles at that. What a bastard. Tell Brian to stop making that face. Yo, I just, that's why he's mentioned it. I don't know why he's doing that. Your face is going to stick like that. It's going to look like two butt cheeks on the side of your middle dick or something.
Ignacio's just jealous he doesn't look that good.
Oh, shit. He was telling me about his back hurting. And I'm like, you need to go to the doctor.
Call of Duty, then.
Yeah, from carrying the good looks in his family?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you just insulted his entire family, so Godspeed, bro. Because his mom, his mom will fucking drop kick you from the sun, so.
I miss Tia talking about the beach.
You mean the bitch? Oh, shit. All right. Well, how's everybody's week been? Kelsey, especially you. You took a week off streaming, seems like. Oh, word?
He's buffering.
Sorry, I was answering some stuff in the chat. Buddy of mine's gonna start playing some Phasmophobia, and he doesn't really care for horror games, and so but I love horror games, and a bunch of my friends are like, you know, bro, you need to play this, and I almost want to get a VR headset just to play it.
Wait, didn't you go to your buddy's house this weekend who had the set?
Yeah, we didn't end up meeting up.
Oh shit!
We actually really weren't there for that long, so.
Damn it. Well, how'd the trip go anyway? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. You know, we got up there, you know, not like late, but later than we wanted to on Friday, and then let's see, Saturday kind of hung out at the house for a little bit, and then we went and got like food, then went over to the wife's parents' house for Oktoberfest, and I wore my
That's right, the outfits.
Shirt. Yeah. And then went straight from there. Well, actually, we went home, gave the kids a bath, put them to bed, and then went over to another buddy's wife's birthday. So we were just kind of running all over the place. And then Sunday we had to leave pretty early.
Did you guys end up drinking a lot at the Oktoberfest or no?
I mean, I had like 3 or 4 beers, and then I had some mulled wine and
some old wine.
Mulled,
what is it?
MULLED. I don't remember how to describe it.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Wine.
Cooked?
Yeah.
I was hoping when he asked you if you drank a lot, I was hoping you just said I don't remember. I was hoping that was the answer.
Well, if they were running around, I was hoping that's not the case because one of them had to drive to the other place.
Yeah, but isn't one of them like German mob tied?
That's true. Yeah, she is.
My wife.
Yeah, she's German mob tied. Jesus. Okay, that sounds like a good time though. Everyone like bow before her when you guys came in with the dress up as the official mafia godfather.
No.
Okay. Yo, Randall, you look like you're done with today. This week look like.
He looks like he wants to go to bed, or he just woke up.
Did you just wake up?
No, I was trying to say.
Okay, what'd you say?
Because I can't believe what I just saw. That's why.
You watched porn for the second time today?
Okay, I've never watched porn.
That me and Brian
That's
are there
not true.
to tell. That's not true.
Full-faced lie.
Yeah, well, we witnessed you watching porn.
We were trying to watch Evo, and he's like, "Yo, I want to bust one out real quick during the Capcom ad."
Does it bother you that you lie?
No, I guess it's through the day. Absolutely not.
Okay.
You did tell me to watch porn, so that's.
How do you think stories are made? Randall?
I think 0.1 seconds doesn't qualify as watching.
It does.
Because I did not sit there and look.
Past tense. You watched it.
Yeah, watched it. Yeah.
I don't think point one of a second counts as watching.
Randall, logically, anything past 0 is you've watched.
Okay.
That's how that works. When Netflix goes, hey, do you want to continue where you left off and only 3 seconds has passed by? You watched 3 seconds because you're continuing to watch it.
Well, it was against my will, and I was manipulated by people
I don't know what you're talking about.
I trusted.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Me and Brian were looking
air out the laundry. Let's tell the whole truth and what happened.
Me and Brian were on our phones. We look up, and you were just.
How did it get on the screen?
You tell me, Randall. You the one. I was looking at my phone.
This is your house. This is your television. You were in control. I was in control. Since you were in control,
let's correct you right there. I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control.
You know what goes on in your house,
and I know that you went and put on porn.
Really? Yeah. That's what happened?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Is what happened.
Okay.
Yeah. You were one of the hiss. I couldn't control you.
If there's anyone new in the chat or whatever.
You know, so you're grumpy. Stop being grumpy.
If anyone's listening and want the truth is I was on my phone while we were watching Evo. And
what was it, 2018?
Mr. Homelander here goes on whatever porn site there was and puts the volume at mute so that I can't hear what he's doing. And I randomly look up and he has pornography on the screen. I immediately looked away. So
I heard that he walked away and then came back and it was up on the screen. So I don't.
Why would I want to watch other people have sex? That's not that doesn't even make sense.
You know, you remember the site name? He does remember the site name.
Okay.
He does.
He watched combo videos, right?
I was talking.
There's people doing combos instead of you. So same thing with porn.
Wait, speaking of combos and stuff, did we talk about Master Roshi already? Did you?
I didn't play him long enough to say anything.
Oh, okay, go ahead. My bad. You guys were talking about Evo and stuff, and I remember that came out like 2 weeks ago, and no one's talked about it.
September.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's more than 2 weeks ago. That's a month ago. Well, I don't remember if we talked about it or not. Brenda, what you've been doing besides work and working out? You have to have another answer than that.
Art.
Damn it, he got me. Yeah, art would be the other answer. Fuck.
I watched the first season of The Boys.
Only the first season?
Damn. Do you mind? We're gonna spoil the shit out of it. So like.
I don't care.
Okay.
Wait. What did you think? In more than 3 words, tell us what you
thought. Are we starting that?
I guess so, because that'll be a good. Go ahead. I said it's good to him.
How you say go ahead and then continue to talk?
Because I said go ahead. You lasted more than a second, and I'm like, okay, then I'm going back in.
Go ahead. I start. Oh no, let me interrupt.
I need you to react like you react in fighting games, Brian. All right.
Did you guys know that you could jump on Hydro Thunder?
Yeah, I learned that when the game first came out. I read the book and it said jump. This would be a good segue into the season 2. So go for it, Randall. Season 1 of The Boys.
What was the question?
What did you think of it? That's what he asked you. He said in more than 3 words.
In 3 words?
More than 3 words.
Oh.
Before you just say, I liked it. And then just look at me
I do 3 words easily.
And we know this, Randall. We're recorded. There's history of you do the 3 words. Sometimes 4 if you don't like it.
What did I think of it?
I mean, it's definitely not.
I'm definitely going to watch the second season.
Okay, that's a good sign. It's kind of the departure from Marvel superhero movies, huh?
It's just that
it's graphic.
It's bittersweet because it's like, yes, I want to see what happens, but I'm already extremely irritated.
At all the power the superhumans
so you know
have.
How, like,
you don't gotta tell me, bro.
So you know how like they're individuals, maybe in real life or in movies or characters or whatever you want to. It could be game characters. It could be whatever.
Yeah,
it could be a childhood person, whatever it might be.
But
there's always like for everybody, there's always like certain people that they hate, like in their gut, they like really hate that person.
The characters hate.
It could be anything. It's just like there are certain things in your lifetime that you've hated, like really hated.
Yeah,
it could be a person or a situation or a thing.
Okay.
So my point is that if there was a list, we all have like subconsciously we have a list of things that we hate.
Unnecessary QTEs.
On my list, Homelander is pretty high.
Oh my god, I love Homelander, dude. He is the. Remember, I've said this before when we reviewed the first season, Randall. That's me if I get powers.
I hope not, bro.
Besides some of the weird shit, like again, there's some asterisks there. The planes thing, I wouldn't do that. I would try to fly them back and forth, like that's normal. But like
one kid just crying way too loud, and he's like, "I'm done with them."
Oh, that kid's staying on that goddamn plane. But then the humans, they can make another kid. But like the whole I'm the most powerful person. You do it. Das Randall would be in full effect if I was Homelander. What about the rest of them? What about Maeve, Queen Maeve, Black Noir?
Okay, if I had to put it into a list from who I like the most to who I dislike, I would say my favorite character so far is Frenchie.
Oh, Frenchie, yeah, he's a good. Frenchie's good. Yeah,
he's my favorite character.
You don't like Mother's Milk?
He's more of a supportive role. He's like, he hasn't really, at least for me, he hasn't had his arc yet.
Yeah, in the first season, he really doesn't have his arc. He really is supportive.
Say that, Anthony.
Bro, what? There's Millie rocked on you, bro.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah.
My second favorite character would probably be Black Noir.
Yeah, Black Noir becomes a favorite because just he's there to do what he's supposed to do. Like he's a hero. He's doing his thing.
I really want to know what about him is like special, because like it's watching the second season. I'm like, I still don't know really what his powers are.
I think he has like regenerative powers in some sort because I guess that's spoiling season 2. Because the beginning of season 2. There's no way no man would have survived that, and he comes back later on. So like, I think he has like, what is it that Wolverine had, like the regenerative healing factor, like the healing factor. I think he has that because he's gone through some crazy fights.
And they mentioned also that he can like outrun a truck, and I'm like,
oh, they did? I haven't seen him do that.
Yeah.
No,
when they're
go ahead.
Trapped in the not mom's house, but the.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like watching off over the fucking roof on across the street. I think I believe that because when he go ahead.
It seems like they all have the same abilities to an extent. They're very resistant to damage, as you saw in season 2 with the tracker thing. They're super strong, and it just seems like at base level, he's just base level, but he's just drama free. It seems like.
Was it season 1 or season 2 when they had that meeting? I think it was season 1, right? You saw the whole thing except for Black Noir. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, that was season 1.
I fucking love that because I'm like, he's like, we all have our like air out our laundry or whatever. And he's like, except for you, Black Noir, you're doing great. And he's like, he didn't smile. He
didn't do a thumbs up either. He was just like, that's all he did.
There's a blooper of him during season 1. I think it might have been that scene because he's writing something in a notebook. And all it is him looking up and he just starts laughing hysterically.
Real quick, Jimmy wants me to tell you guys you all suck.
Good answer, Randall. Good fucking answer. You guys hear that answer?
No.
He said who?
Oh, shit.
Good answer. Good answer. Who is that? Oh man.
So
Toxic Randall.
That shit. Yeah, he hit you with the worst at response. He said who?
So Frenchie, Black Noir.
What do you think of what's his name? The Deep. Gone, right? Immediately, yeah. Same. I'm gonna address that for season 2. There's something that I'm like.
How do you say her name? Kimiko,
yeah.
Kimiko. She's a strong third place for me.
Her name apparently in the comics is just the female.
Yeah.
So those are my top 3.
That's a good top 3 because they're all really cool.
Your Marvel team.
Yeah, that's
your Marvel team.
Those are all my mains.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Now the people I actually absolutely hate, like to the point where like they
Homelander.
So this is the training mode dummies. Your 3 train.
That's true.
What?
The training mode dummies, like the ones you want to just beat the shit out of.
Oh, the ones I'm about to mention right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Homelander.
Yeah, I can tell by the response to that.
He sounds almost like Billy. It's just the hate for him.
Yeah.
What is his name?
A-Train? A-Train? Yeah.
Who else? If I had to pick a third that I really dislike.
Deep?
I don't dislike him. I just don't care about him so much.
I think that dude's a complete fucking loser.
Yeah,
like the first episode or whatever it was that they showed him with Starlight, I was like, done. He didn't even it didn't even get to that point where before I was like, this dude's just a dick, literally. And then it showed him doing that, and I was like, yeah, that's about what I thought.
What about the invisible guy?
I forgot about the invisible cunt.
I don't know. He didn't survive long enough for me to like.
That's true.
Really have
an opinion on him. Yeah. I mean, they gave him backstory a little bit while he was trapped in there, but that not.
I mean, I don't like him because of the stuff that he did with his abilities.
I gotta be honest, that shit made me laugh some of the times. But he would just appear naked after everyone's left the room, and I'm like, okay, he's that kind of guy.
You know what was real funny to me was like when what is his name? The kid, the one that gets with Starlight.
Huey?
Yeah, Huey.
No, it's
when Huey
Huey
drops the tracking device in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then he reacts as if he did something repulsive. You're standing in the women's bathroom naked, and you're going to get mad at him because he dropped the tracking device? I thought that was interesting. I don't really have a strong third as far as like who I strongly dislike. I'm going to just say like the two that I strongly dislike the most is Homelander and A-Train. I can't stand A-Train.
How do you feel about Stillwell?
Stillwell?
The lady who runs it, has that relationship with Homelander.
Well, she just got bodied, so.
Oh, that's true. It does end there. Okay, that's right. He does see that.
You know what? No. I think I feel like I'm going to get more information later on.
Okay.
But I do have another third.
Billy Butcher.
No, I don't like Butcher, but I strongly dislike his wife even more. Because you have to understand from my perspective.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys know more information than I do.
Okay.
But from my perspective, because I have not seen season 2, did she willingly have sex with this dude? Because it looked like she did.
Okay, I wanted to ask this question because when I was talking to my buddy up in Charlotte, he was like, I really didn't understand the point of this, like why they would play it out where she just, decides to go have sex with him. That's not what I remember taking away from it. Like,
do we just go into spoilers?
Because Butcher,
we're in spoilers.
Whenever Butcher explains the story,
when he said if she still got bodied, we're done with spoilers. We're in it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Wait, what do you mean bodied?
I'll answer when Stillwell gets injustice through the eyes.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say like whenever Butcher is explaining the story.
Yeah.
And I mean the way that the story is played out, you're led to believe that he did either A rape her.
Yes.
She killed herself. No, I'm sorry. He strongly believes he raped her.
Yeah.
And
or killed her.
And then there's the other thing is like either A, he killed her or she killed herself.
Right.
So this whole season you're led to believe that, okay, this is what happened. But then at the end, you find out she's alive and she has this she's been raising this dude's son.
Yeah.
And here's another detail that you guys might not remember because it might have been a while. Is that when Homelander shows up and the boy runs out the house and then she follows, she does not see Butcher laying on the ground.
Right.
She only sees Homelander. Her face lit up like a Christmas tree, like she was happy to see him. I'm like, are you serious?
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I'd have to rewatch.
I just saw it.
Okay.
Her face did not look like
horrified.
Oh my God, like horrified.
Yeah.
Like
what are you doing here?
Yeah. It was like, oh my God.
Uh-huh.
And then her face was more like, what are you doing here when she saw Butcher on the ground?
Uh-huh.
So that led me to believe that it might have been consensual, that he didn't rape her.
Do you want me to answer that then? Do you want us to answer that?
Go for it.
She was raped.
Oh, snap. Really?
Mm-hmm.
They show it?
No. They don't show
I don't mean like graphically show, but I mean like, do they show like a struggle between the two?
No, she just says it.
She just says it. So we have to take her at her word at that point.
Okay.
I mean,
wait, does she say that to Butcher?
No, the Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she said, well, you raped me?
Mm-hmm.
And what did he say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that dialogue.
I'm pretty sure it was like some condescending.
Yeah, like I'm sure. I don't remember the dialogue between the two, but
okay. Well,
a lot more information on that situation happens next season.
But then she's not on the bad list anymore. What? So her slate isn't completely clean.
It depends on perspective as well.
There's just a lot. To sum up season 2, it's entertaining, but there's so many stupid fucking decisions that I don't really understand.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
There's a lot of things in that one in season 2 that I'm like, really?
That's where I'm like, it's not that it's a clean slate. It's like there's questionable things where I'm like, I guess I don't understand the choice. That makes sense?
Okay.
So I guess I'll leave that there. But
is season 2 overall better than season 1?
Ooh, let me think.
Oh, so season 1 is better?
I think there's a lot more content.
Or is it just on par?
I think season 2 has more substance in terms of relationships and like stuff happening, but season 1 has that raw like impact. Like that first episode when what's her name dies, it's like, what? Oh, we're not watching Marvel anymore. This is like real life. What if superheroes got here? How did they get like? It's like being introduced to okay, this world's weird. I'm sort of getting it, and then season 2 is like, 1, there's a new person in town. 2, you get to know who's actually in power. It wasn't Stillwell. Like you get to see higher floors than what they do to the decisions they make.
He is such a great actor.
Yes, you talking
the glasses?
Mm-hmm. Gus,
yeah, him.
I'm sorry, his name is I think it's Giancarlo S something. I think is his name. But he's in the new Far Cry. He's in fucking Breaking Bad. He's in fucking.
So he's the one that's actually pulling
Better
the strings.
Call Saul, huh?
So he's the one that's actually pulling the strings.
He's higher up than Stillwell. Like
Stillwell just ran the team.
But I mean, like, is he the top? Or
I
is
think
someone
he's
else
higher up there.
Behind him.
If he's not, yeah, he's higher up there. But like he's not. He's above Stillwell. And then he kind of like flexes his game like he always does, man. He plays those characters as like he don't need to be like in the gym, bro. He hits you with these right here, dude. These brain power moves.
I was not expecting him to kill her.
Oh, wait till next season. Do you watch? You're like, okay, I wasn't expecting that.
I guess I kind of did when he was like
the entire season kind of led up to him killing Stillwell.
You think so?
Because it's always been like he's always wanted attention from her, and like slowly she keeps dealing with her own life because she had her own kid and she started raising her own kid, and she doesn't want to baby him, but he's a kid that needs attention because not raised with an actual family, just in the lab. So that attention was not being met, and there's just resentment towards her the entire time, and he just got fed up with it.
Well, he has the mental capacity of like a 10-year-old.
Exactly.
Like if you, because like they talk about this a lot throughout the show, is that he was just raised in a lab. They like tortured him, pushed him, all this stuff, and then he has her, who she does the whole like mama thing to, and then she has her own kid, and like you said, after she has her own kid, that's when she starts like really separating herself from Homelander, so that she can raise him instead.
And what's gonna happen to a kid with no love?
They had
rage.
A really weird relationship.
Oh, it's definitely weird. Like him staring into the wall, just looking at her the entire time.
So I just want to like, maybe this is just me, but at the very end of the first season, when Billy blows up the house, right? Yeah. Somehow, okay, let's just think about this. At the very end, he blows up the house, but then ends up with Homelander and states away, God knows at where actually, compared to where Stillwell's house was, with like out really a scratch on him. But he couldn't save the people on the plane. I really want to understand that. Like maybe he just had the thought to like let them die anyway to do the PR stunt.
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
That's exactly, he did that on purpose.
That's kind of what I thought, but I just thought it was like interesting that he was able to like literally move, like outrun or outmove an explosion to take the Billy and the kid out of the home before the explosion happened, but not able to save anybody on the plane.
Oh, he saved the baby too?
I don't remember because it is. I thought they both died. In the news,
they talk about it in the. It's part of the beginning of the second season. The very first episode, in the first couple of minutes, they talk about the baby's found like 68 miles away or something.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember hearing that. But I don't think the baby's mentioned ever again. Yeah, that's probably why I don't remember.
That's the only time they literally are like, they talk about like how Billy Butcher is like wanted for blowing up her house, but the kid was found like 18 houses or 18 miles away or something, unharmed, and then they never mentioned the kid again.
Gotcha. That's probably why I forgot it. I probably was like, oh, okay, the baby's alive, and then I just deleted it from my head. I'm like, okay, the baby's okay, and then we moved on.
That's what that dude is evil.
Oh wait,
I feel like he only saved him so that he could rub that junk in his face.
You have an entire season 2 of. Okay, there's one part in season 2 where he tries to be a father and teach this kid how to fly. I could not stop laughing.
As soon as he started doing this, I was like, this is not gonna work. This is gonna be absolutely hilarious.
You'll see. He tries to become the father. Like he tries to, like, I guess, to rub into Billy's face. Like, no, this is my family now. You'll see. Like there's crazy dynamics happening in this season. Like
it's more to fuck with what's her name, I think.
And Becca too. Yeah. You thought he was evil before. It gets crazy. And there's a new person in town, and you're probably that top 3 list is probably going to change soon.
Yes.
That's worse than Homelander?
Yep.
Yep.
Almost identical.
A little worse because there's.
Okay, so equal in like
bravado, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's an agenda now that's even it's worse.
It's not a 10-year-old kid just raging out. This is like chess moves being played. Like you're gonna like. You'll see. Anyway, we just name the name. Stormfront is a character that gets added, but he's gonna.
I know who she is.
It's fine, but like, why would you? That would have been more exciting if you didn't know.
No, but I'm saying we're gonna talk about.
The fact that I know, because I know what happens in season 2 is why I started watching. Because I found out what happened in season 2, and I was like, wow, this sounds interesting. So that's what made me go back to season 1. I was like, okay, I need to find out everything that I'm weird that way.
Like, okay, hey, because that's not weird. That's just different.
Up until this point, I've never really had too much interest in watching them. I mean, I've heard different things from different people, but then when I like saw some stuff, and then I read some stuff, I was like, what the? So then that made me want to watch the first season.
Yeah, season 2 has a bunch of. Now I think back on it, there's a bunch of different arcs that are happening. because the different characters are on the playing field now.
I
Go ahead.
am a little disappointed they like don't use A-Train a little bit more. Like they had
He's
him
trash.
for a couple of. Yeah, but I feel like there was like a lot more that they could have done with him. You know, like I guess they sort of used him quite a bit in the first season, but he just really wasn't that memorable as a character. Like with what they actually do with him.
He's a one-act character. His whole thing is centered around being the fastest man in the world. That's all he has.
In season 2, he's a big part as to when everything's revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
they use him as a plot point, but that's it.
Yeah, they don't really use
driving
him as a character. He's just they just kind of like mention him in passing, and then he shows up to fill in a plot point, and then he's gone again. It's like, you know.
So I guess I can go into season 2 here, and that's one of my biggest things is the deep, because like for one, after that scene, I'm like, you're dead to me. Wait, there was when
he cut his hair off?
No, when he did what he did to Starlight, I was okay. You're dead to me. So like, I don't waste airtime trying to redeem this guy. To me, he's done. So all the bad shit that's happening, as funny as it is to me, it's wasting airtime.
Yeah, I don't care if they never showed the deep again. Like, period. The season 2, there was such a waste of airtime on him.
Yeah. And then also you get to find out who the Collective are. Like the Church of the Collective. And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to add another perspective here. But they just use that for a way to, I guess I'm going to spoil it, but A-Train gets part of it. And then he has his arc is, I want to get back in the fucking 7. And that's when I'm like, oh, let's see what the Collective's about. And not much is expanded upon the Collective besides we exist. Do you know if that makes sense? Like, we're here.
I don't even know who the Collective are.
You'll find out.
It's basically a brainwashing church. Like, yes. They literally like.
Does that have anything to do with that event that Starlight was a part of?
They're probably maybe, but like it's not like Jesus. It's like
it's more of a cult.
Yeah. It's more of a cult, and it's like
right back, guys.
Okay. And it's like
what I thought what I thought they were gonna do with him is like he was gonna try to make his own team off of like the old characters, and then spend some kind of PR to be like, fuck the 7. These are tried and true, and then show those guys coming back. But it was just literally just to show that the deep can't get a W, and then that was about it.
I thought the same thing. I thought he was gonna start like rallying up other heroes so then they can go up against Vought, and it'll have like a superhero fucking civil war or something.
Yeah, like 2 franchises basically, but
that didn't pan out. I don't know what their plan is for the Collective. I never read the comics, so I don't know what the hell's going on. And then you have and you're gonna be in for some crazy shit. You're like, what's happening? And
is anything crazier than that club?
Oh, the sex club thing? No, this is gonna be like more graphic, like violently.
No, hold on. There is a weirder scene that you're gonna be like, what the heck? Once it happens, I'm just gonna say it involves a lodge. That's all I'm gonna say.
Involves what?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What did he say?
A lodge.
Oh, a lodge.
I remember now. Okay.
That scene, man, I was like, I'm sorry.
I mean, superheroes got to get down. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And then the stretchy man dude, I forget what his name is, but he's like, I'm not going to even go into it. Y'all saw it. That jump was.
Wait, is the Asylum in season 2?
Asylum.
Yeah,
it is. Oh, Randall.
That whole reveal is in season 2. Like that's all part of them trying to figure out.
There's 2 weird things you're gonna see then.
Stormfront.
Yeah, there's 2 weird things you're gonna prepare yourself.
It's not anything like.
I say there's 2 things then: the lodge, and when they get to the asylum.
Oh, the lodge.
Wait, is this something I want to skip?
Huh?
Is this something I want to skip?
No, you don't want to skip any moment of the show, Randall.
Brian, is this something I want to skip?
I don't know you.
No, it's gonna be quick. It's nothing like You know how that scene with the club lasted a bit like really long? It's not that. It's just
that was disgusting.
It's quick. Like the thing I'm talking about is different than the lodge thing, but it'll be quick. It'll be funny, quick, and it's over. The sex club in the first season when they find out where the superheroes go to bang each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like it's not. It's just a funny like, oh my god, did that just happen? And then it's over. But you'll remember. You can be like, what the? You're probably gonna comment it. That sounded bad. You're probably gonna mention that scene next time you see us. That you won't forget it. What else? Season 2. Stormfront. Yes, Stormfront. I thought it was a good addition. I liked her her backstory. I was like, oh, okay, so like this. This isn't a recent thing. Like this is things that's been like, what is it called? Like if like, those like, not zeitgeist, but like things are happening in the back end that's been happening all over like conspiracy theories that are happening. I'm like, oh shit, this is like crazy. This isn't like, oh, it's just a 2000 thing. Oh, superheroes are alive. Like this is.
Yeah, this has been happening for a long time.
And it's like, oh,
I got something to ask you guys.
Go for it.
So you guys seen season 2? Has there been anyone revealed that can go toe to toe with Homelander?
Yes.
Who?
Technically, yes.
Who?
Stormfront can go toe to toe with Homelander.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know she was that strong.
Well, you'll see how strong they get together.
They become a couple, man.
I think what's her name? Who's the number 2? The
Queen Maeve.
Yeah, I think Queen Maeve could technically go toe to toe with Homelander, but because she can't fly, I think she's just at a disadvantage.
Wait, Homefront can fly?
No, Stormfront.
I mean Stormfront.
You're set. You're
Wait,
the one
is it Front somebody?
Homefront and Stormlander.
Yeah,
Homefront.
I'm getting these because these names are weird.
How dare you?
Homelander,
Stormfront. Yes.
Stormfront can fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like fucking.
She's like
when she leaves and comes back, she looks like Storm's landing. She'll put like lightning to hold her up and fall and then like glide down.
Do they fight?
Sure.
Yes.
Oh man, that's
yeah. They fight.
I don't want to see him get with somebody else that's as powerful as he is. I want to see somebody beat the crap out of him.
But that's I don't want to spoil it for you. That's what I wanted to talk about. Is like, yes, they get together, but then there gets that point where Homelander's like, oh, you're. And it was the scene when he takes the kid to that like that merchandise store. Or it was before that. She says some specific lines that Homelander's like, okay, no, I thought I was evil. And he gives her that look. The camera pans to him to see his. I think it was.
After that.
It was after?
Back at the lodge.
So I'm like, okay, so Homelander does have a line. Because the shit she was saying was like, what the hell are you saying? And the camera purposely at Homelander, and Homelander was like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, so there is a line for Homelander. He's not just completely fucking like.
Yeah, dude. When she started saying that, like, I don't get me wrong, I understood the first part of it, like when she was like, "There's a war going on."
Yes.
But then the next slide, even I was like,
"You're like, what are you saying to this kid?"
What?
And then Homelander's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Okay, so there's a line there." That for me was like, okay, Homelander has some sort of like.
Do they fight?
Line, not like 1v1 fight in health bars. They tussle a bit, Randall, and then they're like, oh.
I ain't talking about sexual stuff.
You mean like Kimiko versus Black Noir? No, they don't fight like that.
Yeah, I know.
Like they're not fighting to the death. But there's a satisfying end there, Randall. Don't worry about it. What did you think of the ending, Brian? You look like you just disagreed completely. So, did you like how that wrapped up?
They didn't know how to end it. It's just like, hey, this thing's happening. Oh, by the way, X character's gonna come out of nowhere and save the day. And then out of nowhere, this character's gonna leave and then find these people out of nowhere. And then out of nowhere, someone else gonna come and boom.
It was very anime. The last episode, last like what, 20 minutes was very anime.
But they kind of built up to that. I mean, that was like the whole build up. You knew it was going to happen at some point, but it felt like it was rushed. Like it was like, okay, we gotta end this.
Yeah, but it was like That's what I'm saying. Like, it happened too sudden. We didn't get to like nest in any of the big things that happened. It was like the big thing happened, next thing, big thing happened, next thing, big thing happened, and then it was like, okay, well,
they literally just went. At some point, we want to go from point A to point B, and then so like, but how do we do that? And then they went, I don't know, just do this, and then that's how they got to the next scene.
like I appreciated all of those parts, like especially like the beatdown that happened before said thing. I'm like, okay, let's go, and then it escalate, and then escalation.
I know what you're talking about, by the way.
Oh, you saw the last
beatdown. You talking about when they was stomping her out?
Yes, that I'm like, yo, kick that awesome. Fucking bitch, dude.
And then they got silly because then they're like, oh, let's just kick her and not hold her down. So yes. She can fly or anything.
Yeah, or use your powers. Starlight. Fucking Christ.
I was honestly waiting for Kimiko to do something.
Same.
In that scene, I like the whole season's building up to like this point.
Yes.
And then it's like, it's right there. Just do it. Just fucking do it, you know? And
especially for Kimiko specifically, because she has the motive. Yeah. Like, she's been holding on to it since the beginning of I think it was season 2, right? Where it happened? Mm-hmm. And holding on to that until that point.
I'm just, based on what you guys are saying, I'm just going to speculate. So I'm guessing Stormfront killed her brother?
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you know what about it this point.
I don't know. I don't know that part, but I'm just putting one and one together.
What else does she have? It would be that or Frenchie.
Did she see it? Did she see her kill her brother?
That's why she knows it was him. Or that's why she.
How do you know then? She has a brother. They didn't mention until this season.
Yeah, so
no, they mentioned it in the first season. When the dude touches her hand and then he tells them everything about like how she was captured and all that stuff.
She was there with her brother.
Yeah, that's the reason why she wants to go back home or go back or whatever to save her brother.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, that's true. He at that point he does know she has a brother.
He's a brave dude because like the first time he tried to read her mind, she snapped his wrist. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I gotta have to find another way to figure out what's going on.
I can only repair this wrist only so many times, bro. Yeah, you know.
But he went back in there.
No, Frenchie's he has his arc too. Like he kind of relates to her in the outsider kind of way. So
that's
my boy.
His arc with her, stupid in the season 2. It was the most. They're like, what do we do with them? Oh, this.
There was a bit of like friction that I'm like,
Their whole build-up was not that kind of shit, and then this happens.
I did like that he could relate to her quite a bit though.
Yes, I agree.
I liked getting some more backstory with Frenchie and like how they, kind of related, and that's why he like fought so hard for her in the first season. Yeah, because he's like, I fucking understand. I know exactly what she's going through. I know exactly how this works.
Do they tell the story of that night? No, it's on this season.
Season 2.
It's season 2.
It's season 2. There's a really good backstory here that you figure out why the dynamic between that entire group, Frenchie, Mother's Milk, Butcher, and the blonde lady that led them. Mm-hmm. What was her name? Mallory. You'll know what happened.
What they say. They say it in the first
They say
season.
It, but you see what actually happened.
So it wasn't Frenchie's fault.
You'll see what happens. That I'm not going to spoil.
Because in the first season, they say that Frenchie was supposed to do something, but he let what is his name? The candle, whatever.
Whatever that guy.
He let him go.
Lamplighter.
Lamplighter.
He let Lamplighter go, and then he ends up killing that lady's grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what happened. Is what you're saying?
You get more. You get the other perspectives.
Okay.
You get his story. So like it's different, and it's not Lamplighter. It will always be Iceman. All right.
I wanted to mention that. I was like, I can't believe Iceman's playing a fire dude.
Yep, and they flipped him. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, really? The actor?
Yeah, he's an X-Men. He's Iceman.
So the guy who plays Lamplighter is Iceman in X-Men?
Yes. Yeah. Not the reboot. There's no Iceman in the reboot, right?
Not
the original trilogy. It is?
Yeah, remember Days of Future Past? You see him again.
Oh, that's true. So yeah.
Oh, you do, yeah.
You're right, absolutely right. So it's the guy who plays Iceman is that. So, which I thought was funny because I'm like, oh, they flipped him now. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but that was pretty cool. What else?
That's one of my complaints. The ending had too much bullshit, but in the last episode, the best scene in the whole show is there. But everything that led up to it was just like random. Like they didn't know how to get there nicely.
I do have some gripes on how until you see the last scene, I'm like, I don't think that's how lasers work. Cause there's some shit that I'm like, that's not how that works.
Maybe they're not like heat. Maybe they're concussive. Because that's what I got from when he was killing people. He wouldn't like. Well, that's not true. That's inconsistent because he burned a hole through what's it called?
Yes, sir. Right.
But anytime he would kill people, he would like go like this.
Yeah.
So it made me think it was concussive.
The forest scene, like at the very end with Butcher and.
Yep.
Wait.
That's what I'm talking about. When you get to it, we'll have that discussion. We'll have to knock that out because I was like, what?
I think I know what happened. Like, I have a theory on how that works, but it's kind of a far fetch. Like,
mostly because of where everyone's limbs were positioned when it happened. Yeah. So I'm like, and then seeing the aftermath, and I'm like, what? I'm like, something's off here. Yeah, to me, the aftermath makes no sense.
I knew something bad was going to happen, but I was hoping it made sense. But minus the aftermath, the way they handled it was what made it the best scene in the show for me.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to remember that, like, she says it in the one of the scenes with Homelander, she doesn't break easily.
Yeah.
You know, so it's probably one of those this is why my theory, like why I think this is what actually happened.
Gotcha.
You know?
And then that follows up with, I think that's the same scene when you're talking about, Brian, but like what happens afterwards, great.
From when he's laying on the ground until the forest scene ends.
Yeah, like that is that last
minus said character again just appearing.
Yeah,
for the plot.
But there's some good, fantastic performances. Like it's just great dialogue too near the end. The end of that last season, that's a finale, bro. It's good stuff. I'm like torn. Like there's really good stuff in it, and then there's some stuff I'm like, that could have been tweaked or moved or not shown at all. Like I don't know.
The most I can say for this season is entertaining because there's a lot of stuff that's just like a bunch of people in a boardroom chose this. Like people chose this Frenchie arc or whatever. People chose this to end this way. What else was fucking stupid?
To me, this is my personal one. It was funny at the time, but do they mention Black Noir's weakness in the first season?
No.
Well, Randall, you're gonna find out Black Noir's weakness in this season. And
it's something stupid.
I laughed. I'm like, oh, and then I think back. I'm like, really? That's what it is. But at the moment, it's funny.
When that happened, I was just like, really?
Yeah.
No, I was laughing. What the fuck she was doing, or what he was doing, and then the explanation, I was like, no, I didn't hear that right. Let me go back. Watch this again. Where's the 10 seconds? Okay, hold on. No, that's what they said. That's exactly what they said.
It's a funny, like, he needed something, I guess, because when you see him survive before that, it's like, what? How do you beat him? And then now you kind of get it, but it's it's not cheesy, but it's like, okay, they went for the comedy instead of like, you know, which I don't mind. I laughed. I definitely laughed during that.
Oh. It's not something like light, is it?
No. That would have been stupid. Like, so he's Black Noir, so like,
yeah, I got you.
That would have been worse.
He's like, oh, I can't. The sun. Oh God.
That would have been worse. No, it's not that. Oh my God.
I want to point out, I called that bitch from like
the moment you saw it
episodes before the end. Okay.
Just
called it. I was like, this is too good to be true. There's got to be something going on here. And then, you know, at the very end when they show the church scene, I was like, yeah, I knew it. I knew there was something up with this bitch.
So I figured it out during the courtroom.
Oh, I know what y'all talking about.
So when that courtroom happened, I'm like, that's her. It has to be.
So I figured it out earlier than that.
It took me until that courtroom.
It's not that I figured it out, but the way that they cut it, I was like, they just literally. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was like, something's up with this character.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they showed, like, okay, so they really did do this on purpose. I don't know if I should say, you know what we're talking about, Randall?
He doesn't know the character yet.
I know who you're talking about.
Well, I mean, in terms of what you watched, you don't know that character yet because she's introduced in the second one. Okay. But you might have seen, you probably know what happens. But I'm saying, in my mind, I'm looking through your eyes as what you've seen so far, which is season 1. You don't know the person yet. I don't think they've ever mentioned her. But you see her in a rally in season 2. She survived, and she's one of the head people going up against it. So why would she survive?
If you
that meeting was for she spearheaded that meeting. So why did they not kill her right off the bat?
And if you notice too, every time it looks like she has to look at the person in order for it to happen.
No.
You don't think it has to be eye contact?
I don't think so.
Because every single
she couldn't see the guy in the church. His windows they showed were closed.
No, she could see him.
Yeah,
the windows open.
His windows were open.
She walked. They were like this.
They blurred the front and then showed her out the back.
You talking about the last dude, the dude in the chair that she was just on the phone with?
What didn't you watch in season 2, bro?
I saw some pieces. She was looking right at him.
Have described all
the big plot points. Yeah,
I don't remember the windows being open.
Yeah,
they weren't open. But
it was the blinds were like this.
You could see through it.
And the only thing that was in front of it was curtains that go like this. They hang in, but you can.
He was facing away from the.
I don't think she has to make eye contact with them. I think she just has to look at them. Because you remember when they were
he turns to do the fresca, he turns like this, and so the chair is no longer blocking him from the window. You could see him from the side because he puts his legs up on his desk. And then the explosion happens, and you're like, oh shit, and then it blurs the front and shows the back, and you can see her through the window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for me, since you know what the hell is happening, in the courtroom, I'm like, okay, I took that as who's getting bodied, and that should determine who it is. Who are they targeting? She wasn't targeted, and she was the main public face of that entire movement. And she wasn't killed, so I'm like, she's already sus. Let's vote her out.
The first person that dies is sitting right next to it, and she turns and looks at that person.
Mm.
For me, it's you remember the FBI lady's head explodes?
Yeah, the one that was helping. Yeah.
So then they're like, I think MM or Frenchie said, who the fuck do we know that does this? And it cuts to her on TV.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't catch that.
I don't remember that. I'll have to go watch that again.
It's
then that probably.
So I was like,
and that's usually a way of saying, oh, who are we mentioning? Bam, cut to the person. So I guess that should have been a dead giveaway for us.
Wait,
right,
so
real quick, that's not the same lady from the asylum, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think so. But I was after they showed that, I was like, did they let her out to do a job? Is that what really happened?
Oh, okay, like a contract thing. You get out, do this, you'll get back. You get privileges back at the asylum. Got it.
Yeah. So I thought, they had, after they showed her, I was like, I wonder if this is if that's what they did. They had let her out to do that, to, scare them. And then, same thing with the courtroom after the escape and things. If that's what happened. But then I was like, that doesn't make any sense because somebody in the courtroom had to have been controlling this. There's just no way that it would just be picking these people off, from somewhere else.
The only other person I thought it could have been was Gus.
Because
the amount of balls he had with
Homelander
in front of him. I was like, he has something on him.
Oh, shoot! He talks down to him?
No, he doesn't show any fear, Randall. That him as an actor is playing a big dog. He doesn't show fear.
So when he confronted with Homelander,
he's like, "I got you." He talks to you as if he's got you by the neck. It's just the way he does his line.
How does he respond?
What do you think? How he's gonna respond?
Oh, he's still sarcastic.
Homelander. Homelander still he still tries to bravado him, flex his way, and they're like, "Oh, I'm in charge. 'Cause I'm stronger than anything here." You'll have that conversation.
Homelander can do anything.
Yeah. I can do anything. Oh, he's not gonna see that until later.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, when that's
To be honest,
when
that was kind of a great ending.
Yeah.
That sucks.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, once I saw that courtroom, that's when I'm like, okay, there's something fishy about her. And then when they showed it, I'm like, okay.
So I
didn't have any other proof, but besides like, oh, maybe. So
I have a question about that.
About what?
All the people that she killed were they all just regular humans?
Yeah, probably.
So do you think she can do that to Soups?
That's what I'm hoping we get answered.
She did it to Soups. She did it to the A train replacement and to
oh my god,
else.
You're right.
It was in the courtroom. Like they were replacing the 7. A train got kicked out because of his heart condition, and then the guy that he raced in the first season was now the speedster, and he blew up. Like he was standing next to the window and just.
Oh snap!
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
All right, so okay. I don't remember that.
So is she with or against Homelander?
We're about to find out. Because there's another alliance or another relationship that forms at the end of the season too.
My other question is, do you think Gus knows because he's always watching her on TV?
Maybe. Because yeah, that's also true. Maybe that was his ace. Maybe that's why he speaks to the Homelander like it's nothing. He's like, I got her. So like I can blow your head up at any time. She might be the contingency plan.
What's funny too is like, you remember the rally where he just appears?
Yeah.
And from frame 1, she's literally just going. When she hands him the mic, she's just like.
Just in case, because she doesn't know if he's about to she's about to get kicked across the United States. So like, she's probably ready to like.
Spoiler. You remember when he was like having that daydream or whatever?
Oh yeah, when he's standing there.
I was hoping that was the actual outcome, because then it would have gotten crazy. I just want to see him become Injustice Superman. Is basically what I want.
He's basically tiptoeing that line, which I'm hoping like this next season. I have nothing holding me back now. Like I'm in this as Homelander as a character. I need him to go full like villain. Like he's tippy-toeing between political and like public face. I want him to go fuck what people think about me. Y'all follow me, and then have like the Soups rebel against them and shit. Like I don't know. I want a lot of shit to happen, but
I feel like if they do have turncoats, it's gonna be him in the Deep probably.
He doesn't even respect the Deep. Like I doubt he would even recruit him.
But then he would need some kind of like lackey.
I guess.
Need lackeys. I mean, okay, that's not true, because he wants somebody that admires him at all times. He wants people to love him. But I don't know that he hates the Deep. He cannot stand him. I would not be surprised if the Deep was like the last Soup alive, if he would even go like, yeah, he'd probably help me out.
He'd laser him in half.
That's the exact reason, because he's expendable. He's not like, oh, this person matters. It's go do shit I don't feel like doing.
Oh, speaking on that, God bless. What's her name? Ashley? God bless her. That is not an easy job. I think her name was Ashley.
Oh, the one that took over for Stillwell?
So tired. So tired.
Oh my god, dude. Who? Stillwell got fatality, so someone had to fill her role. So it gets filled. And boy,
a completely new character?
You've seen her in the first season.
No, she's the assistant to Stillwell.
Yeah. And she gets Homelander lets her know right away, you're not in charge. And boy, that I can see that she does great in looking fucking scared out of her mind. And I don't blame her.
You're a Soup, fucking do something.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. What else? I'm trying to see if I don't forget anything here. What else happened in this season? The asylum part. Okay, the two. Yeah, sorry, Brian.
Why do I keep bringing up this asylum thing?
Because a lot of stuff happens there. That's world building, and like there's a lot of things that are there. But when they get there,
together.
Yeah.
Is it early in the season?
Midway.
There's only 8 seasons, so it's
8 seasons.
I really wish there were like 4 more or 8 episodes. I really wish there were like 4 more episodes.
Jeez.
I agree.
If it was a 12-episode season, I think they could have done a lot more with it.
Same.
Judging by what they were doing with 8 episodes, I don't think they need more episodes. Because they've been a longer will they, won't they bullshit. It would have been whatever they were doing with Frenchie maybe one more episode so they can make that character that just came in for plot points in the last episode actually get there and it makes sense.
What happened to that girl that Frenchie had? I guess he had some sort of relationship with. Because the last time I saw her, she gave him like some grenade or something like that.
Oh, okay. She comes back for season 2.
Okay.
They're not like exclusive lovers or anything.
Oh, okay.
Again, you'll see the relationship they have. Yes, but that's kind of a harsh way because again, this backstory you'll get later, you'll see how they're still friends and whatever the hell that is. You'll get that. The things I want for season 3 is obviously Homelander fucking turning coat, like completely, like we are in Injustice now. I think I said 2. I meant 3. 2, obviously, Mrs. Head Explosion. She has a new ally off the books. 3 is the one who escaped the asylum. The chick who can also explode. Like she just walked off, got it, and hitchhiked. I hope it's not just like, oh, she just gets away and lives a happy life. I hope she gets into the fray and helps in some way because she obviously has it out for Vought at this point, being stuck in that asylum.
There's a new character.
The asylum's very important for me. When I saw this, the asylum was super important
because it has a lot of backstory.
There's a lot of fucking people you meet. Like
you essentially get 3 backstories in one arc.
In like one episode.
I think Randall's gonna find his 4th favorite character in the asylum, the guy that attacks Mother's Milk through the door.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The asylum that he's not gonna like.
Just don't sound good, man.
Again, it's quick. It happened. They get over it. It's not that bad. It's not like the club where, it's literally just what the hell, and then you're done. It's not like the club. Remember the club scene? They walk through
when you see things, man, you can never unsee them.
Okay, Randall, but you'll live. You've seen worse, Randall.
Forget about them though.
Yeah, you always. Randall, you actually for 0.9 seconds you watched porn.
I did not.
You said for 0.9 seconds you saw it.
I said 0.1.
0.1. Okay, and you've forgotten what that was. Do you remember that video, Randall?
No.
You'll be fine. You'll survive. It's literally like a second or 2 long. It's not like the club scene where they're walking through it and there's just fucking people banging all over the place. Like it happens, you move on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think those are my 3 things that I was like, okay, I want to see that into fruition. Because Kimiko at this point, I mean, we've seen her powers. Oh, the brutality in this one for Kimiko, dude.
Yo, when they first introduced her and they let her out of that cage and oh my
That God. Is no Randall. Randall, that is nothing in this, and that you wish that's the scene you saw in this season. There's one season. There's one episode for her. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" This is like gratuitous violence. I love it.
The ear.
Oh. Hey, I want him to experience it. You're gonna go, "What the heck?" I'm sure you're gonna look away. That's nothing.
We're gonna find out what episode this is, and then I want you to like sit there and just record his face.
That is nothing. In my opinion, that first when they let it out of the cage, that's Barney. In comparison to what happens, I think it's at a barber shop or at a bar. It's like she's somewhere and doing some. It's at a bar, right? Yeah. Nothing, Randall. I don't think you understand.
When they first released her, like when I first got a chance to witness what she was capable of.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like this is really like crass, but you know how like some people say in movies where there are like rape scenes, they're very difficult to like look at because you're the whole time in your mind you're like, when is this going to end? But it keeps going. I almost felt like that when she was bodying people because I'm like, there's nothing left there but flesh. He is dead. Why are you still swiping at him? Like in the sounds and like sometimes like they were like it wouldn't be off screen, but you would hear it. I'm like, oh my God, that person is nothing but a piece of meat.
Wait, oh my God, I can't wait for him to see it now. I forgot.
And the lady in the nail salon, I was like, she didn't deserve that, man. I don't know what she did, but I was like, yo, she doesn't deserve that. When they showed her body, it was like, That don't look like a human being, man.
Miranda, wait till you in season 2 she has there is some violence.
I feel like she was so savage that they should redo Wolverine and use her for reference.
Hang on. I want to find the episode right now so that when it happens you can record his face.
I don't know when he watches it. I might not be home when he watches it. I don't know. He doesn't have like a schedule for it.
I think it's episode 4,
maybe 4
or 5.
That's really early.
Well, yeah, it'd be like
only
that.
8 seasons or 8 episodes. There's only 8 seasons. I don't know why he fucking saying that.
Kelsey, I need you to tell me what you fucking know. Do you work at Amazon? Do you know there's 8 seasons in the books?
I don't know how they could stretch this that long.
Yeah, I don't know either. I never read the comics, so I don't know if it's the comics is only about them or what the case is. So I'm not sure how long this will last.
In the comics, the exploding head lady is actually a guy.
Oh, okay. So they just gender swap.
But apparently, I think in the comics he also didn't have powers. It was like an idiot that becomes president.
Then how did he? Oh, the name was. You mean like the name of the person? How is a person that doesn't have powers but he can explode heads?
No, he never exploded heads.
Oh, okay. But it's the same character name, like.
Yeah, but Victor instead of Victoria.
Got it. I'm like, what? You hit me with so many like different things. I'm like, that doesn't sound like the same person at all. How is it the same person? Fuck. I don't know. I recommend it if you enjoyed the first season. It's more violence. So if you like the crazy like realistic superheroes destroying humans, that's in this. The crazy political VOT thing, like superheroes against the fucking corporate or whatever the hell, that's in here. People rising up against VOT, that's in here. Stormfront being in here, it's throws another like wrench in the chain, or what is it? Wrench in the gears? Gears in the wrench? Whatever. Who cares? You know what I'm trying to say.
You talking about monkey wrench?
Monkey wrench, yeah, throws a wrench in the. You know what I'm saying. People throwing wrenches, Randall.
You know what confused me was that I didn't know that Starlight was practically bulletproof. Because when Butcher shot her in the chest twice, I was like, she's dead. But apparently she healed right up.
Yeah, like that. I think, like Brian was saying, I think they share like common properties when they take the thing.
Yeah,
and then from there they'll develop.
There's a light thing.
Is a light, yeah. Like they all have their primary, but everyone's got the same like common attribute, and they'll have like their power. It seems like what happens.
I'm sorry, man. Like you don't know why what?
You can keep going. I got distracted by an ant.
Oh, I think that if I was in, his name is Huey.
Huey.
I think that if I was in his position, I found myself like feeling this way, like as I was watching the season. Like, I think that after my second encounter with A-Train, and I found out that they were taking that is basically not like X-Men. Like you're not born with the gene of mutants like mutants have. Like they're taken or they are injected with the serum or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that I'd have been like, I'm taking this stuff because.
Well, he doesn't know if his body will accept it. It's not a certainty.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm kind of like thinking out loud. I'm just saying if I was in that position because of what happened and how traumatized he was, and then how he just kept running into this dude, and every time he would run into it, like the first time, like when it happened,
yeah,
it was like whatever. I mean, I understand he was high on that stuff or whatever, but. It was just like, I got to keep running. It was no, I'm sorry or nothing. It was like, I got to keep running and then bolted.
Yep.
And then he didn't even give an actual apology. He gave like this public, it was an accident. She was out in the street, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't actually go up to Huey to apologize until he requested it.
Yeah.
And then when he did come to him face to face, it was like I'm just doing this because I'm being told to do this by the people who are pulling my strings.
By PR.
At that point, I'm like, okay.
Kill him.
Yes. Once I found out that this thing was not like genetic and that I can take something and possibly, quote unquote, have abilities, I probably would have been at rock bottom at that point anyway. My girl just exploded while I'm having a conversation with her in front of me, and the dude doesn't care. Oh, he needs to get his jump pushed in royally.
Oh shit!
And I'm not gonna make it like
a quick death.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like, oh, he exploded. It's gonna be like he's gonna understand what he did wrong.
Oh shit! Break his legs individually, then break his arms individually.
I'm not an evil person.
Randall, you can't say what you just said and then say I'm not an evil person.
That's not evil.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Last stream, he was telling me to start bodying old grandmas to get a PlayStation.
I did not say that. That's what you said.
But you just finished saying I'm gonna make him pay, and he's gonna know what he did wrong. So you're not gonna kill him instantly. So you're gonna torture him until he dies.
It doesn't have to be torture.
Randall, break it. What if that's not torture before he dies? What do you do? Like throw water on it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I'm just saying is like, even if it took like a split second, like he's gonna know that what you did was, or maybe I wouldn't kill him. Maybe I would just like hurt him really, really bad to the point where like he wouldn't be the same anymore.
That's torture.
No, torture is like sitting. Okay, this is my interpretation of torture. It's like having somebody in a room and just constantly inflicting pain on them for a set amount of time. I'm talking about like, okay, I keep forgetting her name. Kimiko. When Kimiko broke his leg, I'm talking about something like that, but on a more permanent level where that jump won't heal back.
Oh no, I'd start with each toe and then each finger. And then work my way up.
That's torture. What you saying?
If you say so, man. I don't know. That's
those bamboo sticks or like chopsticks. You shove them up underneath the fingernails.
Oh my! See,
I heard about that.
Break the fingers.
All you have to do, really, Randall, is let's say you have healing abilities, right? You knock them out. You put them in a room. No one knows where it is. Every morning, you start playing Ave Maria loud. You come in, do whatever you feel like. Heal it up again. Keep the song playing when you leave. It cuts off at a certain time at 6:59. Then it plays again at 7 in the morning again. And you redo it every day.
That's torture. That what he's talking about is torture.
Again, there's different forms of torture. Even what you did, when you break their leg, that's still psychological torture because you now ruined anything they can possibly do. He can't be a superhero. You've broken his leg. He can't walk, so now he has to live with that.
I agree with you that there is a different form of torture. Yes, I'm not down with the ones they're talking about.
That's physical torture.
That's some Saw type junk. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like
which character are you talking about torturing?
A-Train.
I didn't say torture.
Oh yeah, just cut his leg off. Then what is he gonna do? Just take one leg.
Or maybe it wouldn't even be that. It would be more like you said, psychological. So if I could find some way to shoot him with a dart that makes him like
regular
where he can't run fast anymore, then I would do some junk like that and let that junk destroy him.
That doesn't exist, right? Did they mention something like that where they can take the powers away?
Kill him.
No, okay. I mean, like at the asylum. Did they say anything? I don't remember if that was a thing.
No.
Okay, just to make sure, because I might have forgotten.
The best way to do it, Randall, is if you somehow have an ability like Rogue, and you sap him of his ability, and then you become A-Train.
I thought Rogue was temporary.
Eventually she loses the ability.
Yeah,
it depends on how long she keeps contact.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you like actually kill the person, like if you literally just zap them dry, if it would be something that would be a little more permanent.
I think that's how I think that's how she got flight, because the person she was holding on to, she held on to them until they die, and that's how she got their flying ability.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well. That's dark. There we go. I'm like, Brian's not. I don't know what's happening. Okay, that's cool though. I mean, not cool, but she has Kirby powers.
No, the real you just came out.
I'm telling you, Randall, I'm one superpower away from that fucking man, dude. All right, a majority of his decisions.
Why though, man? Why? I would think that if you had the ability to do anything, you would want to like. help people,
I'll
not
do both.
destroy people.
The ending of season 2 is why I think Anthony would actually be Homelander, because I can see him doing Homelander's last scene in season 2.
Yeah.
I can do
Anything. I can do both, Randall. The thing is, I'm Homelander to help people.
No, you can't be. You either going to be a hero or you're going to be a villain.
No, that's what's beautiful. That's the beauty.
No.
The beauty and the crutch of humanity. We can be both because we're emotional creatures. I can help people, no problem. But if you fucking cross me,
that makes you a villain.
Your family's
Randall,
gone.
if you think about it. All right, so think about it, right? A guy who has a family robs a store. You're a superhero. You stop it, you accidentally kill him. To the person being robbed, you're the hero. To the guy's family, you're the villain. For one action, you have two sides of a story. So you're both at the same time.
Because the argument there is you could have just taken him to jail. Why'd you kill him?
I guess in a situation where you had a choice.
Yeah.
And you chose to kill the person, that makes you a villain.
Okay.
I think that if you're in a situation where A, it was an accident, or B, you solved the situation without killing the person, I think that makes you a hero. But if it's an accident, or if it's an accident, then I still think that makes you a hero. But if it's like what Homelander did on the plane, that's a villain, man.
Oh, yeah, that's like I said, I wouldn't do that. Like Brian said also, if there was a kid that, like, I looked at him, he's like, fuck that kid stay in there.
Even if you accidentally kill the guy, like, Brian's point still stands. Like,
yeah,
you're still
it still does.
By the family and
yeah, but then, but at that point, that's just a matter of perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hero and villain is a matter of perspective, Randall.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
why do you think a good villain is a good villain? Because his story, he is the hero in it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it true.
Look at Thanos and look at Robin Hood. He steals at the end of the day, but he has a reason that's just to him. So is he a hero or a villain? Depends on if he's robbing you or he's giving you things.
I think that if the good outweighs the bad, it makes you a hero.
How can you quantify the good? That's subjective.
Yeah, good and bad are all, like, it's all personal point of view. I mean, look at like what Hitler did. They thought that they were doing good things. It obviously wasn't to the rest of the world.
Nope.
You know, but like, what do you think would happen if
stomped that motherfucker out?
What would happen if they had literally won and, like, just taken over the world? Then that viewpoint would be everything. That would
forced upon everyone.
I think it's different though, because it's like you're talking about. I understand what you guys are saying. Like it is at the end of the day, it does end up being a matter of perspective because everybody has like.
Oh, I got a good one.
Their own opinion on how things should be handled, but I think that when you start tapping into principles of like right and wrong, like.
Oh, Javi says, look at Jonah Jameson, the way he views Spider-Man.
As being a menace?
Yeah. I have another one to actually add on to that. The brilliant first 15 minutes of Batman versus Superman. Where Batman's looking at Superman like, you're not a hero right now. Uh-huh. You are leveling this city right now and killing and endangering. But that's not a hero in his eyes. That's how that beef starts.
Yeah, true.
And you can use American history as a good point. Back when, like, slavery was considered normal across the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then somebody was like, you know what? Actually, this isn't a good idea. We should stop doing this.
Because that's relevant, Randall. And I know you smiling, going, "Why he bring this up?" That's relevant.
I mean, it's true. It's part of our history. Like, I mean, even if it was only a small portion of people that actually, did it or was part of it or whatever, like, it still reflects the entirety of the U.S. history. And then slaves were freed, but you still didn't really have rights. And then women didn't have rights. Women fought for rights. Blacks started getting rights. Like, all of that stuff, like, years ago was considered normal. That was considered to be okay, to just, like, beat women and beat, people of color, because that was the norm. That was what they thought was right. That was what they believed was right. And that's totally changed just in the last, 100 years.
Because we got the other person's perspective. You're not supposed to treat human beings like that. Obviously.
But nobody was calling those people heroes.
Each other.
They're racist, yeah.
What are you talking about? They were all patting each other on the back. Just like Homelander and the rest of them. They're patting each other on the back. We're here. We're their saviors.
Talking about heroes. I was talking about like looking at what's good and what's bad. Like that was like what kind of stemmed off from this is like what's good, what's bad. It's subjective. Years ago, good was owning somebody or beating somebody or doing things that put other people down that weren't like you. Now that's bad.
I agree that these things are subjective, but you still can't negate the fact that we know the difference between right and wrong.
But depending on how you're raised, like, why do you think there's still bullies? Why do you think there's still this stuff like this?
Yeah, I understand that, but that's still under the category of perspective.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
But when you're looking at a situation, like when you have a bunch of people sit down and look at a situation, even though some people can be like, "Oh, this person was right," and then the other half could be it was wrong. But at the end of the day, when you sit down, it's about right and wrong.
And right and wrong is not defined. It's all perspective as well.
Look at even today. Like you have literally have Nazis in the streets. You have people that are KKKs out there. You got people that are flying a flag for a country that doesn't even exist. You know, because they still want to own slaves. They still want to own people and think that people of color have no rights and are lesser than they are. But to them, that is the norm. That is like everything. Like you and I understand that they're fucking stupid and that is wrong. They don't see it that way. They think we're wrong. I mean, it's literally no different. Like every good and bad is completely subjective to like how you're raised, when you're born, the time period, all sorts of stuff. It changes over time. You know, the masses will view things differently based on, you know, major events.
I don't know.
So Ryan, that means you will also become a villain. Like I knew you.
No, I wouldn't.
You said you're Batman.
And Batman doesn't kill people.
But you're Jason Todd.
I am not Jason Todd.
Hold on, but think about it. Batman.
I don't even like guns.
Oh, but don't insult Brian right now.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If I was a vigilante, I would not use guns.
Would you use knives or just your hands?
I would use melee weapons.
Okay, it's like blunt objects or like not like sharp objects.
Probably like kunans, like sharp objects.
Okay, but to like disable them, probably like hit them in the leg and they can fall over. Gotcha. Yeah. Nothing lethal. Like nothing lethal. Okay.
And I mean, I wouldn't be on some Batman junk where it's like they wish they were dead because of like their forearm is broken.
But I don't want that either, Randall.
18 fractures in 18 different places.
Yeah, like I don't want that either. Just put handcuffs on me and send me to jail. You know, I don't want like a hospital bill like with the sentencing.
There's no hospital bill.
Javi says, "What about a gun?"
Prison?
That's also true. What about a gun that shoots a kunai?
Why?
So you can shoot from further away, unless you have the strength to throw from far away.
The thing is, so what I was gonna say before Randall said some blasphemous shit was even Batman's considered a villain, if you think about it.
See, well, I think there's actually story arcs about that.
So think about it like this: Joker gets out of Arkham 20th time. Batman has to do the same song and dance after he's basically Uzi'd the entire block.
Facts.
And puts him back in jail. Doesn't kill him. To the people who lost something in that block, oh, you could have stopped him. You could have, but you chose not to. And then you keep doing it. So Batman, you're the reason why I lost the said person.
And that's what's great about it, because there's two perspectives. Batman's is like, if I do that, then I become him. So I'm not going to do that in front of you, because then I'm actually going to be the villain. I'm here to set an example. While they're all red because they just lost a loved one or something, and all they see is revenge. Where Batman is like pushing himself away from the revenge and trying to think objectively with the law that's currently in place in Gotham.
Not to mention that even though it's like the repeated old song and dance, it's like vengeance never gives you any pleasure at the end of it. Yes, that person is gone, but you don't feel any better.
It just gives you temporary relief.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to feel better.
Oh shit! Well, we got Jason
Todd's
here. Yeah, that's Jason Todd right there.
Killing them is not going to change the situation. You know.
So then why kill him?
Do what?
So then why kill him? Cause what?
You prevent
to prevent it.
doing the same thing to other people.
Because I can. Because I think they deserve
What
it. Like,
the heck? He's a villain.
What?
He's a villain.
no,
He is
I'm
a
doing
villain.
justice. I'm preventing that person
How
from
is
doing
that
this
justice?
to causing other people this pain.
He's doing Red Dead Redemption justice. All right, he's got his fucking revolver and he sees those men killing those innocent women and children. He shoots him. No more women and children gonna get killed again. Here.
Okay,
Listen,
I understand that.
I got me 2 twins that only see justice, not this here Reggie and this here Regina. Now, do we have an issue, man?
But I think like what Anthony was saying earlier, you have when you're that type of person, you have the responsibility to set the example. So you don't want people going around killing people in the streets because
you're
whatever said reason.
At that point, you're like, yeah.
It's like, Batman is killing people, so this dude cut me off. I don't feel great about it, so I'm going to kill him too.
You don't even have to do that much. I mean, they proved that in the second season of The Boys. You can literally fearmonger people into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to protect themselves, trying to do what's right. You know.
You'll see, man. Season 2 has a lot of political stuff in it, but it fits with like what's going on with the soups and the power of VOD and what the information that gets out from VOD, and you saw the major action plot points, but there's like story stuff that it seems like you haven't seen yet. So
I mean, this might sound dark, but I'm personally, for me, if I was a villain, no, I wouldn't even say I'd be a villain. Let's say I'm a superhero.
Okay,
I would lean more towards the lines of disabling. So you know how like Brian was talking about in the example, like, the family that lost all their members because the Joker killed them, and it could have prevented other families in the future from going through said thing because I decided to let him live. Mm-hmm. But if I disable him, he can't do that. But he's still alive.
Oh, you mean like break an arm or break legs or something? Like,
whatever it takes to prevent him from doing what the life that he used to have.
Well, I mean, Joker's a special case because no matter what his situation is, he's going to come back. We saw it in Arkham City. That man was like coughing up a lung after he used the Titan thing, and he's running the show again. Even though he can't physically do anything. So that's a special case, but I get what you're saying. Like if it's Two-Face or something. Mm-hmm. Or like a 2-bit crime, like one of the goons.
The only way to guarantee they can't do anything anymore is to
here we go.
Make them watch their own kill cam.
So we know what type of character
we got. Jason Todd's everywhere.
He's Jason Todd and the Punisher wrapped up in a bow.
Punisher. That's right. I think Kelsey would be Punisher and Brian would be Todd because Todd uses more like guns and stuff.
I think I'd probably be a mix of Punisher. I don't know, I don't know what you guys are talking about with that, but it's probably the same thing that I'm about to say. But it's from what's it called? The movie with Jamie Foxx and
Django.
Project Power?
No. Jamie Foxx is a lawyer and Gerard Butler.
Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen, where he like hacks the dude to pieces and makes him watch with a mirror or a camera or something, watching him get his own limbs and things cut off.
Oof.
That's
Yo,
no, that's what's the word I'm looking for?
There are certain people that just deserve that.
I would
that's
between I'm just the 4 names that come to mind. Ready? Punisher, Red Hood, Dr. Fate, Sinestro, because I want you to fear me before you're gone.
I can yeah, that's how I move is fear. So like that's when
so I'm friends with a bunch of villains.
Randall, you're friends. You don't.
You're friends with a bunch of people that are doing justice that you see as a villain.
Perspective.
We see justice. You see a villain.
No. They torture Randall. I let him out. It's this for me. There's no torture for me.
You mean you don't want to see the light of their eyes go out?
No, I just deleted. That's my. Randall, you know I'm all about time. I don't got time to waste on torture.
That's why I said Dr. Fate, Anthony, because I've
already said if
I were a villain in a movie, they're like, oh, this is my plan. The second I'm like, talk, where are they? So if I think they're gonna say no, revolver. But the thing that I can do with Sinestro and Dr. Fate is there's an astral plane, so I can kill your body and trap you in something that just leaves you fucking.
What kind of evil torture is what?
That's like the loop.
So not only is your body dead, but now you're
trapped in an endless loop, like in a non-existent plane.
God,
Randall, don't cross Brian.
That's evil, bro.
Bleach. What is it?
Which
Bleach
part?
when they go into Aizen's the other
labyrinth?
world.
Hueco Mundo?
Yeah, that one. I can never remember the name. And the scientist that takes over for the dude with the green hat, when he pierces the guy in the skull, because pierces the other guy in the skull, and it slows time for him. But he's like already dead, but his body thinks that something is happening, and he literally just like is tortured for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Within like a couple of seconds.
Anthony. Jojo.
Oh, what magic trick was that? He said Jojo, his signal went away.
Look behind you.
Yada yada. Jotaro.
Yeah. About some
Mirror?
Part 5.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. The ending.
It's zoomed out. I'm not gonna fix it. I don't care.
Fuck it. It's fine. I mean, to its credit, it lasted this long, so.
Yeah, usually, I swear I don't get it. It's lasted 3 hours long. Oh.
There it is.
All right, well, 3 hour long fucking podcast. I don't fucking get it, dude. I don't know.
Again, we jerry rigged that, so it might just be the piece like there's none of. Oh.
It's overheating.
It's just turning off on him, so he might. So he might just have to get it replaced.
It's random thing. Battery? I don't know. Let me plug it in. I don't know. It's random things though, because sometimes the camera just shuts off.
Actually, that could be something you could test. You could take the battery, because like I had that problem with the laptop where the battery was actually bad, and so when you plug it in, or if you keep it plugged in all the time, if the battery when it gets fully charged, it starts to use the battery for a little bit, and if there's no battery, it'll shut off. So you could try removing the battery and see if you can just keep it plugged in, and if that works, then it's the battery, or it's the board that controls the battery.
My back, pussy. Plugged it
okay, this is live, Brian. Jesus.
You think I give a fuck?
What were we talking about before? Oh, basically just good and bad.
The Boys is entertaining.
Yeah, this is the kind of conversations and like kind of content you'll get when you watch The Boys, because it's very what's good and bad. What's that gray area? Sometimes you'll definitely see, okay, he's not in the gray area. He just did some fucked up shit. But then there's someone who's like, okay, I get it.
That dude is trash, man. Hot trash.
But I do have to. Okay, and to season 2, I need to give it up for, I don't know who the actor is for Homelander, but god damn it, he's having the time of his life in that character, dude.
His name, fuck. He's actually
I think it's
American.
He's Australian. He's Anthony something, I think it is. And that man's having a good old time. You can see in the performance. He's loving it. Like
Anthony Starr.
Yeah, God bless you, dude. You are having a field day with this character on screen.
Did you see the thing with Huey and him? So they're like, okay, so it's just Huey's. They're like on a bus, or so, like all the cast members are on like a bus or something, and Huey's like doing a little video, and he's like, I'm here with the boys and Homelander, and Huey's like, what's your favorite part about playing Homelander? And he's like, not having to do any fucking scenes with you. And he's like, he's just kidding. We're really friends in real life. We're and then the thing cuts. It was really funny.
Huey.
What was I gonna say? There's scenes like not even in the show, but like I was watching him just do some kind of interview shit. It was him and the person that plays Stormfront.
Mm-hmm.
And his face, he looks a lot like Bryan Cranston.
Sometimes he does. In certain angles, he can have that.
Even outside, like not in the show at all, just just him. Like he could, if they ever did a movie or show where Cranston's his dad.
I
would buy it.
You'd buy it? Okay.
You know what? I would enjoy it. I want to see Heisenberg, Bryan Cranston, and then Homelander, Anthony Starr. I want to see.
Oh shit! I'm down. Like I said, like again, the performances are great. There's good scenes from everyone in season 2. Frenchie has his moment. Miller's Milk kind of has his moment in it. There's like a couple things he goes through, but Huey has it. Fucking Billy Butcher has a bunch of shit happening to him in this season. So like, he's out here aces, especially that last scene. Again, ending of season 2, heavy, and then yeah, the soups. Queen Maeve had one. Go ahead.
I kind of wish he chose differently with what happens at the end too, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, that's probably gonna come up in the next season because that was a very gray area again for him.
That's a really messed up situation to be in, man. Like, to hate this guy so much because you think he possibly killed your wife, and then find out that they had a kid together.
Yeah, but it was, and then he finds out later on it's not on purpose. You know?
You learn a lot about the whole backstory and everything between them in the second season.
So I mean that's kind of worth it. I know you already know all the big whoa moments at this point,
some stuff, but not like that whole asylum thing you keep mentioning. I know nothing about that.
Again, but that's just my personal favorite episode. I guess is that because I learned so much there.
I don't know when you're gonna watch this season, Randall, but pay attention to when the first head explosion and see the way that they edited it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, now that you told us, I mean, I don't know why I didn't catch that. That's a regular like filmmaking technique. It's like, oh, they're talking about said person, and they abruptly cut to him, or who did this? Cut to that person. That's like foreshadow. I didn't know why I didn't catch that.
I had to go back and watch the courtroom scene again to like see if I could pick some stuff out. But it does make sense, like with what you said. You know, she's one of the ones that's like really trying to push for this, and she somehow survives. But I was thinking about that, like when he landed next to her and how hard she was fighting and everything. I was like, I bet you there's something up with her. I bet you anything there's something up with her.
Nah, for me, I thought she was just I thought she was like an expendable person until that courtroom scene. Then I'm like, and I thought maybe there's something there. I didn't know anything, and then they showed it. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess if I would have bet on her, I would have won. But I didn't have any proof. That what Brian's talking about, that would have been my proof. If I would have caught that, I'm like, it's her.
The only other person, because you seeing that cut and you're like, maybe they're doing this on purpose. Maybe they want you to think it's her. So that's why I wasn't like
foreshadowing.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like doing that so that we think and then it's someone else. But there was a question mark anytime I saw her.
Gotcha.
And I think someone else knew too. That might be more spoilers. I don't know. You remember the scene where it's that lady and Mallory in the same room?
Talking to the president?
Talking about who their witness is going to be.
You mean when?
I don't remember. I thought he was talking to the president or something.
No. So it's Billy, Boom Boom Lady, Mallory. And they're trying to figure out who the fuck they're going to get there to be their...
Gotcha. And
witness.
Yeah.
And she's trying to figure out who it is, and Mallory was like, "Yeah, you gotta trust us."
Yeah.
And then the way that she said it made me think that she knew something was up. But then this all happens before the courtroom, so I don't know.
This is at Mallory's house.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right, we're gonna spend an hour and 40 on this, so like, obviously, a lot to talk about. Go watch The Boys. It's a really good show.
Entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can deal with the gore and the violence, because they step it up in season 2, so you can get through it.
Speaking of gore, you still haven't watched the fucking Mortal Kombat movie, have you?
Oh no, that leads me into my next thing. Thank you. So I'm not one to get hooked on shows or binge anything. So I was doing some thumbnails and uploading videos for the channel, and I come across Ted Lasso. And you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Same. It's an Apple TV original show, led by Jason Sudeikis. He is an American coach, high school coach, or whatever the case is. I forgot what. It's like a little league or middle school, some coach.
American football coach
that gets hired to coach a European soccer team. He's never done it before, but he gets hired to do so by the ex-wife of a man who used to love soccer. She ended during the divorce. She got a hold of his league, or his club, his soccer club. So now he hired him so he can sabotage it. He doesn't know this. He's obviously just a coach that wants to do his best, but she knows that someone who doesn't know anything about football or soccer will obviously run it to the ground. But then you get to meet said person. His name is Ted Lasso, played by Jason Sudeikis, who, by the way, in my opinion, disappears into that character because he has a southern accent that sounds like that's what he sounds like. This character is one of those characters who's like unapologetically, sometimes infuriating, nice, but with a southern accent and the charm. But boy, you can't help but root for him the entire time. And it's that alone is I'm like, oh, I gotta see what happens in this. Like, can he bring this together? Is this gonna happen? And then you meet the team, who of course have like their own template of characters. The fucking rock star douchebag who's like, oh, I'm the best in this fucking team. The cat, the whatever. But they they give the time, since it's a TV show, they give the time for those type of the players to have their arcs. There's like an old veteran that's in there that everyone thinks he's washed up. You're like, oh, I've seen this. Yes, but kind of different. And of course, you're gonna love it because it's all European. So, bruv, and all the lingo's there.
Okay, good.
But added with Ted Lasso Southern, what's it called? And then he has a coach named Coach Beard. And he has a big old beard. And he also has his own comedic timing. And he doesn't say much, but when he does, you kind of like, okay, that's pretty funny. I don't know. I freaking loved it. I binged the show because I saw the first episode while I was doing up the thumbnails and uploading videos. And I'm like, I can watch this, no problem. Go downstairs, watch a couple more. Oh, it's 2:30 in the morning. I work tomorrow.
How many episodes is it?
Like 10 episodes, I think. Actually, hold on. That should tell you right here. Go click on season 1.
Is it sitcom length or is it 45 minutes?
No, sitcom. It's 10 episodes of a 30-minute show.
Oh, that's the dart scene.
Yes, but Randall saw one scene of the no, not dark, Ryan, dart. Okay, well he tried. Well, yeah, it's that, and yeah, you get to love the characters, you get to love the chemistry between them, and again, it's I don't know, for me, it's Jason Sudeikis and his backstory and his arc and his positivity in a way that's stop being so nice, but I get it, and the charm he has and he's just way too nice kind of thing. It's not at the extent of kidding where on screen he's whatever and he has a really dark background. It's kind of to the public he needs to be as nice as possible because he doesn't have a dark past. He goes through shit too throughout the season. So it's but he needs to keep it positive for the team and whatever the case is. But I highly recommend this. Again, it's not a huge ask to watch 10 episodes of 30 minutes. Again, I binged it to the point where I'm like, I got to keep watching. And then when the season was over, I'm like, damn it. I wanted more. Because the crew, the entire team, the chemistry between everyone, it's awesome. And of course, European stuff. And there's a bunch of good jokes in here. The comedy style is very quick, witty stuff. It's not a lot of physical comedy. It's I don't want to say it's Archer, but Archer happens at fucking rapid speed, and you have to be listening to everything they're saying. It's a little slower than that because it's an American with Southern hospitality being brought into Europe. So he sometimes there's things they bring up as oh, he's not used to their norm, calling things biscuits and stuff like that. So he'll have jokes on that and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Jason Sudeikis in it is fantastic. All the supporting cast is awesome. I haven't really seen any of them in other stuff, I think, but all did fantastic. funny stuff. I was laughing through a lot of the stuff. There's some really like drama heavy stuff, emotional parts. And I'm like, okay, that shit hits, and it's believable. So like, I'm all for it. Like, I get it. I can't wait if they get greenlit for season 2. I'm on it. Like, it was really a surprise. I was going through Plex, and I'm like, huh, Jason Sudeikis, because I haven't seen any of that. And then I went to look up what people were saying about it, and they were like, oh, it's cool. And I'm like, okay, if it's just cool, I'll watch it. But I think it's better than just cool. So I recommend it. And that was again, it just grabbed me, and I'm like, I saw the pilot, and I'm like, I gotta keep watching. So I don't know if you'll have that effect. I guess once you watch the pilot, you kind of will probably get what it's going to be about. So if that doesn't grab you, then don't bother. If that makes sense. Which is, again, 20, 30-minute pilot. Not a huge ask. And I forgot. It's been weeks, but I forgot. Dragon Ball Super. Season 4. You guys didn't warn me about the blatant racism in some of these lines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't honestly remember because it's been a while since I've seen it, so you'd have to remind me.
So season 4 is about, yes, season 4 is Goku Black.
Yeah.
There was a line where they're shooting at Goku Black, and the army men were said, don't shoot at him, he's black.
No, it's not. It's like regular Goku pops up.
Yeah,
And
they're shooting at Goku.
He's not black.
Yeah.
But you said that's not what you said.
I get that. It doesn't matter. It's the line that's said, Brian. It doesn't matter who the fuck they're shooting at.
The outfit. Not.
Have you seen Goku Black?
Yeah. He's got a black outfit on.
Okay, that's not. Okay. All you need to do to fix that line is he's not Goku Black. Because they all know him as Goku Black. And Trunks as well is like, why you keep calling him black? Your mom called him Goku Black. And in that line, I'm like, the thing that bothers me is like, it was dubbed that way. I get it if in Japan is like, whatever. English, people were reading it out loud and they were like, that's fine. You don't think that will like sound weird at all?
I mean, it's just.
Well, it's wrong. That's not, I get it. But like, just, wouldn't you want to position yourself in a way where none of that gets criticized in that way?
I mean, I guess I could see where you're coming from, but I didn't really, and maybe it's just because I didn't read into it like that, but that's not how I took it. Like, not again, as like him being a black person. It was just, he has a black outfit, and he popped, and then regular Goku pops up with his orange outfit, and they were like, hold on, it's not the same one.
What are you trying to hide over there?
That I don't see racism in every friggin' statement?
I said the thing you pushed. What were you trying to hide back there?
My little fridge wasn't closed, and so I closed it.
Got it.
He has a fucking poster that says I love Goku Black.
Yeah, he does. Anywho, don't shoot at him. It's not Goku Black. You're done. Why that? There's no way no one read that and be like, we might have to switch this.
I just didn't care.
Or just didn't care. You're right. But again, I'm eating while watching this at work, and that's what I hear. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Was it like one of those situations where it was so offensive to you that even though you got headphones on, you're like,
no, I was in lunch. It was me, a coworker, and I think the two coworkers watching it with me. We're like in the room with the TV on.
Oh Lord!
So I'm like, eat. I literally I went like this to eat, and I heard it, and I'm like, what the fuck are we watching? So I'm like, that could all have been avoided. Did it bother me? No, it's anime. They don't care about race. 2, I get it. It's not Goku Black. He does literally wear only black, and he got the Super Saiyan Rose, by the way, which is the best fucking name of the god any Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan, and he did a fucking JoJo pose, by the way. Yeah, he's like Super Saiyan Rose. I'm like, that you're the best one.
With an accent.
Yeah. Anywho, but besides the Goku Black stuff, that's I thought that was fucking hilarious. I'm like, I don't know how no one flagged this during the dub. Because again, different cultures, different fucking place. I'm like, I don't know how no one read that and they were like, we shouldn't put like just to be safe, you know. For me, like people like if I'm playing the devil's advocate here, someone can come out of the woodwork and be like, "What the fuck do you mean? Don't shoot him. He's black." You know.
Don't shoot. He's not black.
Whatever, bro. Like we all. That's what I'm trying to.
Out of line, get your shit right. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, technically,
if
if they said don't shoot him, he's black, probably would be better than don't shoot him, he's not black.
Got it.
I mean, if you have to
reference primary, reference primary line. What did I just like EDM skip? Did you hear that? That wasn't the internet like cutting out on you guys. That was me saying it like that. That was weird. Anywho, the one complaint I have with all these seasons is like they have the main arc, and then they end with the most bullshit thing near the end of it. That I'm like, what the fuck? I do like this season a lot because I've always liked Future Trunks' timeline because they don't have safety nets. Gohan loses an arm, he dies, everyone's dying. Like there's like actual hope being lost throughout his entire like life. So having another chance to see that lifestyle, I thought like was better than like what's happening in our timelines. Like, oh, everyone's alive and everyone's dumb powerful. Like
he still has somewhat of a safety net.
Oh, I might get to that. No, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna get to that safety net that they just dropped at the end of the fucking fight against Zamasu or whatever you want to call him. Okay, so
I'm sorry, I love that part, man.
I don't know which part that was. I don't.
With Beerus says Baku.
Oh, he says Hakai.
Is it Haku?
Hakai when he deletes Zamasu the first time. Yes, I'm not gonna ever forget that, Randall.
What am I thinking Baku?
When I saw that, Randall, anything that's happened after the Beerus fight, non-existent to me. This is all a fairy tale told by some old man in a different fucking universe. If he can walk up to just some guy and go delete and they just fucking disappear, then that fight with Goku was fucking meaningless.
Well, I mean, he's not. Let me see. He's taught not to just. He's taught not to just intervene and do whatever as he pleases, unless it's like a big fucking threat to his universe. That's their
multiple timelines.
I'm saying the food is keeping your planet alive.
What'd you say?
The food keeping your planet alive thing. I'm done with that. I am so fucking done with that.
They also explain a little bit more about the God of Destruction in the next season. Like there's a part where they give like a little bit more backstory and like why things happen or how things happen. So
let's talk about fucking the Zeno of his timeline deleting fucking everything.
Everybody, I heard Brian's own voice in my head.
That's basically what Goku and Vegeta were yelling at everyone. Get in the ship! Get the fuck out! That was funny because when he came back, it was just Zeno doing this. Just floating and rotating, and I'm like, is he okay?
Which again doesn't really make sense with the next season. Because like why would he just stay there?
No, he gets brought back. Goku goes and brings him.
I know what happens. I remember what happens. But like you already know like what, because you've already seen that there's like what are they called? Universe 6 and Universe 7.
Yeah, they had the first tournament against it. Well, that was like an exhibition match with Champa and Beerus.
Right. So but in the Trunks timeline, either there's only one universe and he's just like, I guess this is it now. Or he could have because he could create. I'm pretty sure he can create universes too, not just destroy them. Like he could have just gone to another one. If he just destroyed Universe 7, he could have gone to Universe 6 as well.
But I don't know what universe he's in because there's a time difference. Like the way they explained the time thing is like the way they explained it in Endgame, where it's like we're in different timelines. Like when you go through this one still exists because that's why they said that things were still happening in his future. Like the android still made it, but he was able to kill them because he obviously got strong as shit while he was fighting Cell in this timeline.
Yeah.
So then,
I mean, it still splits. I understand that.
But is that supposed to be Seven's Zeno in that? Is that still 7 Zeno? But now he's duplicate.
So he kind of overarches everything. There's like there's like there's like Goku, and then there's Beerus, and then there's
the Angels,
Whis.
which is Whis and his dad.
Anthony,
okay,
imagine
and then
he's a watcher.
And then
like
there's Zeno. Okay, like Whis is down here, and then there's Zeno. Okay,
Yeah.
who, like everybody is afraid of, because he can literally do anything.
I saw that. I saw him literally hit delete on Photoshop. He grabbed every layer and deleted every layer.
But so because Trunks' universe might be slightly different. Obviously, it is different, but because it might work slightly different, there may not be other universes. Zeno might just exist only in Universe 7, and Universe 7 is the only one that's real. And when he deletes it, that's it. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't create another one.
So then, what
he just
power
kind
does
of
he?
Is there?
So what power does he have in our timeline now? He still has the same power. Like he can
whatever
delete.
The fuck he wants. Okay.
I don't like that answer. All right, I don't like that answer. He just so there's two of them. So can one delete the other?
They're both essentially the same person.
Okay, so what happens if he deleted him? Do I die too?
No, because the laws of time and physics don't apply to them. They're above that.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Anthony, they were watchers, like in Marvel.
But watchers die. In Marvel, they've died.
Yeah, but maybe we haven't seen whoever's gonna try Zeno.
Okay, but we'll get past that. Again, that's just time stuff that confused me. I just wanted more information about. Again, I liked it. I liked it most, but I liked it up until the final fight with Zamasu, with him morphing, and then he became a cloud, and then Zenu came and just fixed the safety net again. Like that fight, I thought was dope. Like they tried doing the Patara earrings, and that didn't work either. I'm like, okay, I like it because Future Trunks always has this fucking thing of hope, or a lack of hope because everything's fucking dying every time. I'm like, oh shit, is Zamasu gonna fucking win? And Future Trunks is just shit out of luck. And then the energy sword came out.
Sword of Justice.
And then he's like, oh, by the way, here's a spirit bomb from my sword. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
I can't wait till he gets to season 5.
They're hitting me I get it. He got that sword from that red hair guy in the movie. I guess he's canon again.
Giveon.
Yeah, I guess he's canon again because now he has a sword. So that has energy flowing through it, whatever. And then Spirit went just Spirit Bomb. Everyone was just unwillingly taking his fucking health, which was normal because Goku does that all the time. Getting his energy and then bam, Spirit Bomb. Everything's good. Oh wait, it's not. Spirit Bomb is the end all, and that doesn't work either. I don't know. They're hit. The same reason I didn't like The Boys 2 at the end, The Boys Season 2, because all the anime ships had back to back to back. It's like, look, we're going to outdo ourselves this episode. And that's what was happening. I'm like, Vegito, Zamasu's dead. No way. They break apart. I'm like, what? Yeah, they were too strong. What?
Yeah, I didn't care for that. I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
What? I'm like, cool, whatever. Trunks, the thing breaks and he has an energy sword. I'm like, oh, slit. With the energy, he can cut him in half. Whatever. That'd be cool. To see him, cut him up like he did Frieza. Dope. Yeah, that was dope. He cut him up and hit him with that fucking and just obliterated him. I'm like, Trunks out here. I don't know who this guy is. When I was watching as a kid, I'm like, who's this gangster coming out of the scene?
The part that made it lit when he's like, what is he said, mom and then dad, bull.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, yo, he came out of his and I knew he was a winner, dude.
Shoot. Sorry, what was I going for with this? And then the Spirit Bomb, I'm like, come on. I wish he had his own, not his own move, but his own thing. You know what Goku does, bro? He now out of his sword. So he did this, about to slash down, and a fucking Spirit Bomb appeared behind them, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, Trunks really only has the sword as his only thing.
Yeah, but he had he learned he was doing moves his dad taught him. He had the Final Flash and all that stuff. Maybe a souped up version.
That's what I mean.
Of Masenko and Final Flash or something. I don't know. Not but Goku's fucking Spirit Bomb
either.
Again.
But Masenko's isn't his either.
I get it, but I don't know. I don't know, Brian. I guess I'm just complaining to complain. I don't know. I saw that, I'm like, whatever, dude. I was watching it, I'm like, move on to the next thing.
What he should have done is it should have went to him with his sword out, and the screen goes black, and then you just hear Bankai,
Oh shit! I probably would have peed myself.
Yeah.
But all in all, I like Trunks as I like that. Again, I like the future Trunks stuff. I like seeing how desolate everything is, like the whole Resistance army and stuff, trying to like keep alive and stuff. That I loved because I'm like, there's no safety net in his future. But then, of course, once he adds in our universe stuff, I also like that they got bodied like 6 times. Like they went into the future, got fucking destroyed, went back, like, oh, we gotta train again and get some sensu beans. Come back, get bodied again. Let's go back again, bro. We gotta regroup. And then like they were wrecked like 3 times. And I like that. I kind of like that instead of just like, oh, we just gonna go over there and beat them up, and got it over. There was actually some like, oh, we gotta get stronger because we're dealing with some crazy shit here. Oh, and the craziest acid trip. No, that was season 3. It was season 3. Never mind. Going through the Super Dragon, Super Shenron.
Mm-hmm.
That was season 3. That was crazy. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool, but then they started doing more of the fillers after they finished the arc, and then they like fillers just to fill out the episode before or the season before the next season starts. I don't even remember what they were anymore.
So is Goku still your favorite character?
I never had a favorite. Like, Goku was never my favorite character. I just liked that he was strong.
You sure?
And then he got boring.
Not according to Bryant.
My favorite character was definitely fucking Kid Buu, which everyone who should fucking know that.
You're a liar.
Kid Buu.
Anthony, hold on. You used to print out almost exclusively Goku wallpapers.
Yeah, because that's
Really?
the majority of the pictures were Goku wallpapers.
Malarkey.
Kid Buu, Master Roshi, and then Hercule.
Kid Buu,
I still don't understand the Hercule. I just don't.
Is it just because he's funny?
Yeah. He just, like, the shit he gets away with, it's always hilarious.
Do you guys remember when he got shot and then Thick Boo got pissed?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, and fuck Thick Boo. I'm done with Thick Boo, bro. We invite you to a fucking galactic tournament and you just fall asleep throughout the entire thing. Fuck Thick Boo. I'm sick of that.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
Either. Like, Brian and I talked about it. It sort of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like,
why have him in there? Like, why did you invite him as a 5th fighter if you're just gonna fucking make it a 4v5?
I know why they did it. Doesn't mean it's a good thing though.
Like, even what was the one that was a fake fighter? The last one, Masenko? No, that's the attack. Not Mamon. The little guy that was just a delivery dude.
I don't
in the
remember.
Champa versus Beerus. Oh my god, the guy who's not really a fighter.
I don't remember.
But he was there to.
Police dude?
No, that's Jacko. Don't ever forget his fucking name.
Oh,
all right,
Lord.
I'm gonna hit you with a fucking
Jacko.
Bang. Okay, like all day. Not Jacko. The other. Damn it. He was one of the fighters in the Beerus versus Champa. But he was there as a fake to like motivate Goku to become strong. He's like, no, this is my strongest fighter. He's a little short dude.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name.
It starts with an M.
Beerus's delivery boy that he like kept telling Goku is like the strongest person ever, and Goku's like, I want to fight him. He's like, no, you can't. You know.
Yeah, I forgot. It starts with an M, but that was funny. Like, I get that. Like that. It helped Goku get stronger, and it was on purpose. But Boo coming up and then just fucking falling asleep during the written test. I'm like, then add another fighter. They had Piccolo. We got to see Piccolo do cool shit. Like, he never could have moved and did the special beam cannon. But they showed that he got stronger by doing that. He was jumping around, dodging shit while charging the special beam cannon. I'm like, you a new fighter now.
The guy's name is Manaka.
Manaka. Thank you, guys.
Did
like
you
little green dude with like pointy ears?
Did you see Boo get not fat?
What?
Okay, so never mind then.
Whoa. Super Boo's back?
That's what I wanted to happen is all I'm going to say.
Right?
Okay, so what's happening here? Like, I should have seen it because the fillers didn't have that.
Well, what you're saying of him sleeping, I thought was in season 5, so now I don't remember what I said.
Okay, you're probably going to spoil something. Let's just move on. So yeah, speaking of season 5, that's it. Like, season 4, I like that the arcs have been fine. After the Beerus movie and the Frieza movie, that was like in TV form, I didn't like it. But then like the fight between Beerus's team and Champa's team, dope. Because I got to learn about the Angels. I got to know fucking Whis' dad, which is much shorter, but apparently he can't hold a candle to him. So I'm like, how strong is that guy?
There was after I watched everything, there's people that like, took to the net and started. There was a YouTube video that they kind of like predicted about how strong,
said people are,
and it was really funny. Like they had like scales, like Goku versus like Raditz up to like Goku going, God, and then they were like, and then there's like Goku God, and then there's Beerus, and then there's Whis, and then there's the little dude. I'm
That's
really bad with
Zeno.
names, but
Zeno.
No, you're talking about Whis' dad, the angel that's
The
with
Grandmaster. What is it?
the Grandmaster Angel, right?
Yeah. I think it's called.
skipped somebody.
he's like up there, and then there's the little guy, the
Zeno?
yeah,
Zeno.
Or Zeno, sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Did
The
they
one
show
that Goku
you?
has apparently a button for.
Did they showed you Whis' family?
All I know is that's his dad, not his
Okay.
entire family. That's all I know.
I don't know. I don't know where you are now.
I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you.
I can actually tell you real quick. Let me pull it up.
I'm literally about to start season 5, which is called something about the All Universe tournament, which I'm assuming that's when the Tournament of Power is. Something about it is going to start.
And everybody dies. That's what happens.
Got
So
it.
at the end of season 4, let's see. So they fight Zamasu, and then bring the dude back, and then there's just like some filler crap, and then Goku hires Hit to try and kill him, and then everybody starts like training to for the upcoming tournament.
Yeah, because they're like they don't know when it's going to happen, so they were like, we're just going to keep training until it happens. And then the title of the next episode I'm in is that it's like something the All Universe tournament, which I'm assuming if it's All Universes, this is probably the tournament you guys were talking about. But then I've been told that there's still that stuff that happens before the actual tournament starts. So I don't know where the hell I'm at.
You should know this already then. Whis has a sister. They say that in the Universe 6 saga.
Isn't it Vanos?
Vados, yeah. She's
Vados.
stronger than him as well.
Oh shit! Like he's always mentioned, but he mentions as her sister when Champa first shows up.
Yeah, isn't that Champa's angel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's
Vados or
Whis,
something.
then his sister, and then their dad.
So wait, since they're stronger, can they do that reverse time for longer than 3 seconds or 3 minutes?
I don't know.
I don't know that they ever really go into that. Because they talk about like how they're not really supposed to do it.
Yeah, but fucking Whis does it whenever plot needs to be done here, and he just fucking does it.
I think they do it twice throughout the
Yeah, they do it twice. One Frieza, second when it was Zamasu, waiting for him to do something so they can punish him.
Yeah, and then those rings get created, and they get told that they're not supposed to do that because it changes the course of
the timeline. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, again, I'm enjoying the ride. I'm always gonna complain about the stupid shit, like the fucking I can just do this now. I'm gonna complain about that always. But again, it's super hype when the fights happen. It's Dragon Ball again, like what I'm saying. But the fillers, I please stop with the fillers. Like if you ended the arc here, don't give me extra stuff like that unless it pertains to it. That's my biggest gripe so far. Like season 3 had a great arc with the exhibition match, and then it ended. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm done with season 3. I go and there's still more episodes, and I'm like, what else is there to do? And it's just filler shit. And then season 4 happened. I got the whole Trunks thing with Zamasu and everything. Ended. I'm like, all right, cool. Next has to be Tournament of Power. Nope, filler stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just wasting time here. No offense to people who made it. I'm sure it's a lot of hard work, but
there's a little bit of filler stuff at the beginning of season 5, but it kind of builds up to the actual
tournament. Gotcha.
And I totally forgot about Super Boo.
What?
You're just gonna have to watch it.
Okay. Well, does Kid Buu come back, please? So speaking of that,
Kid Boo's trash, especially compared to.
Anthony.
I know, but they haven't shown him. They only mentioned that he's like off planet or something. I think that's what they said during season 3.
Earlier on, they say he's a thing, and then he's doing other things.
Yeah, and I'm like, just bring him back. I can't just. Oh no, my favorite. I forgot. You asked me the 3 favorite characters now. Jocko's on the list. So I got.
Is he's in your 3 or is
he has to be my 3? I think he's my 3. Goodbye, Kid Buu.
Wow. Who's because he black?
It's Jocko, Hercule, and Master Roshi. Mess with my team. I dare you.
I've seen. Is not up there. Is he number 4?
No, he's too strong. I don't want OP characters on there.
So this is never gonna happen then. But if they added Hercule and Jocko to fighters, would you main?
That's my fighters. That's my fighters team. I probably have Jocko. Oh,
I'm asking, would you main that game?
Oh no.
You still want to play? There's nothing to get you to play that game.
If Brian's here hanging out and we're like, "You want to play some Fighter Z?" Absolutely, on the spot. Just load it up and we play it. We have other stuff to play. That's the thing, and he knows that. He fucking knows it. If we're gonna play something, we play it.
I didn't know until right now.
He's a fucking liar, dude. I would definitely play fighters. He knows what buttons I'm gonna press. Square and triangle. Like he doesn't like.
The most proud I was of Anthony watching him play was when I told him to pick up 16, and then he got somebody with the. I think you got somebody with the level 3 thing.
I did. I got him with the level 3 on the first try. But I said I waited for him to do like a super or something.
That's the first thing I'm gonna mention at Anthony's eulogy.
And then my Doom corner combo.
Yeah, I'm like, and then he zoned me.
Oh, in Power Rangers?
The crowd laughs. I'm like, no, but really.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be a cool addition. But that's another thing I want to. The good thing you mentioned it. Watching all these seasons, I'm like, yeah, I'm tight. There's so many Gokus in Fighter Z. Jocko's not in it. The fucking bodyguards who are with Zeno, I gotta see what they can do. When they left, they said later Gator, and then did this, and then fucking zapped out of there. I'm like, those need to be characters.
Not to mention, you haven't even gotten to the Tournament of Power. Like, there's
imagine 13 universes
filled with new characters.
With new characters.
Yeah, that now I'm probably gonna be tied by the end of the Tournament of Power. Now I get where you're coming from with the Goku stuff. At first I'm like, just add Gokus. Who cares?
You could use. There's like
Jocko.
3 or 4 that I would love to use off of.
Don't spoil it. What, a certain universe?
Yeah, what is it? What's his name?
But you don't want to hear the names.
Topo's group.
Okay.
Like, I mean, there's several people there. The one from the wolves from that they fight.
Oh.
Those are all just words you're saying to me, so I guess I'll figure it out when I watch it. The wolves, bro? Like what?
The character that I wanted in the game already from Tournament of Power, so I can't be mad.
And it got
Jerry?
Jocko.
Who?
Fusion.
Zamasu?
No.
From Tournament of Power.
You said, you talking about Kefla?
Sorry.
Kefla, yeah. I would have preferred just the side that I care about that we won't mention, but
all right, yeah, we're moving on. I know I've seen Kefla because of the game announcement, so I'm like, oh, that character looks cool, but we'll move on.
Or this
motherfucker, dude.
The characters that do everything for love.
It sounds like I don't like this character, Randall.
It's your favorite character. Trust in the process.
I don't remember their names.
I don't either, but
was it like a New Ginyu Force or something?
I think they're from Universe 2. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like especially the bigger one. Like I didn't like her, but she's funny, and I think she would be a great character for the game.
For the fighting game. I will see, yeah, because the more I watch these seasons, I'm like, there's a lot of like even smaller niche characters like Jocko and stuff. Nobody likes Jocko. Everyone I mentioned, they're like, why you like that character? I'm like,
I don't like him. It's just that you be hyping him up so much
because he's fucking awesome.
Oh my!
He's got his little fucking. He's got Jocko. He's got his gun. He just explores space, being a space cop. Like but what? He's got Bang.
Character.
The same guy who makes the same mistakes twice.
I didn't know he was a guest character. Like, but I just like that's cool. He's got lore back there. Like even no, that's Jocko. Never mind. I thought somebody else. I don't know why. That was the same episode. It's the one where like Gohan becomes an actor and like the evil squid thing takes over one of the actors and now he has to fight this monstrosity of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jaco who let him go. He was eating ramen. He's like, it's safe in there.
Have you not learned from the first time?
Yeah. He's like, nah, it'll be fine. That's pretty good, right?
I don't remember that, so I'm just gonna go take your word for it.
But anyway, yeah, like even Roshi like swole. Thank God you told me like at least his special is him swole. I'm like, yo, what the heck? This is like Dragon Ball references at this point. I'm all about it, dude. Like they should have added
or there's videos online anytime they announce a new character in Dragon Ball where they show you every reference from the show or manga is in the game. Like they'll do
really?
This game next to source material for every character.
Gotcha. Oh, anyway, but yeah, I'm hyped for the Tournament of Power. You guys like the hype level was like I'm telling you guys, if there's one episode in that fucking Tournament of Power where I'm like, fuck you, we're all fighting. It could be all you against me. I'm gonna lose, but like
for you specifically, there's probably 2 episodes like that
are bad.
Where you're gonna have that reaction, whether that's good or bad, you're gonna have that reaction.
At the very least, you'll get to see Ultra Instinct.
I keep hearing good things, yeah, like the final form, and I keep hearing the theme song. I used it for like a couple episodes ago. I think it was the Beerus episode, like the first 2 seasons. The I think that's the one, right? It was like this hype, yeah.
I was gonna say
technically you've sort of already seen it with Whis.
What?
I don't know what he said.
He said technically already saw it with Whis?
Yeah. But don't worry, you'll never, don't worry about it.
Okay, Brian looks. I don't know if Brian's shocked or he's like, Kelsey, if you see another fucking word, he's gonna drop kick you.
I don't understand. I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Okay, then let's not talk about it. All right, we're already 2 hours in. We'll move on. All right, I'm hype. I guess speaking on that, this Saturday is when I'm gonna start watching it because Jenya's working from like 9 to something. So I'm gonna get up like around 9 and just start watching here on Discord. You'll see me here with the thing sharing the screen. So you guys can welcome to join in and watch. I don't know what episode it is you want me to watch that I need to be seen. But
just message me and then I'll be in here when I'm in here.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'll start. I'll start from the beginning if I can get up soon enough.
Are you watching
That's fine.
the same thing on Sunday too, or no?
No, Sunday she's got off, so we're gonna hang out.
Okay, so then I guess Sunday I'll stream in the morning if I feel like it.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. I think that's it for Dragon Ball Super. I've been talking for too long. Some of you guys can fuck it. What we got here? Oh, Kelsey. Who and what is Ashnikko?
It's an if you want to call her a musical artist, it's an artist.
It's an artist? Okay.
So she, like, I was just scrolling through Reddit and and somebody like posted a TikTok and it had I guess a catchy song. Like the music was decent, and the lyrics were like okay.
Okay.
So and the song was stupid. But and the lyrics are like, stupid boys think that I need them or something like that. And I was like, I want to just see what this is. The music isn't bad. Like most of her songs, like the
instrumentals are really cool.
Right. Like they're kind of like, okay,
headbangers.
Whatever.
Okay.
The lyrics flow really well with the music.
Gotcha.
The lyrics themselves aren't that great.
Gotcha.
So like,
okay.
A lot of stupid. Okay, stupid. From what I've gathered, or from watching the actual music video, is basically just her talking about how men are trash, and that she doesn't need them, and all this stuff. And then she goes around and basically chops off their dick. Like it's literally like her just like covered in blood, holding like a hammer, and then she goes up to some door, and the guy's like checking her out and all this other stuff, and then you just hear and they don't really like show it
off with their head. Yeah.
One of the lyrics is like talking about chopping cedar.
Okay, so that's definitely
And then she has a feature on there. I don't remember the woman's name, but she's got an axe, and she does the same thing. Working bitch. The lyrics are like, I'm a working bitch, ain't got time for dick, and then the rest of them are basically about fuckboys.
So this is like a very strong, like, oh, I'm a super independent. Well, I don't need men kind of direction we're heading here. Okay.
You know, and a lot of it, like, I don't know, it's interesting. Like, the music's not bad, the lyrics flow really well, but the songs themselves aren't like to me they aren't great.
Gotcha.
You know, it's just listening to them. That's not something I'm like, oh yeah, I really like the song. I'm gonna listen to it over and over again.
But it sounds like the instrumentals have like really good choruses and like catchy.
Yeah, you know, like
Gotcha.
the chorus and things are usually pretty catchy. And it, like I said, the flow is really great, but just not really for me. I just happened to like catch it and listen to it, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just this like one song, you know, maybe it's just these two songs, and then like all of them are kind of like that, and it's just, I don't know, not for me.
I get that. The substance is like, oh, this is kind of like against me at this point. Like, yo, fucking me is pretty much. So like, it's not for me.
I wish there was like a program or something that lets you like extract music from songs. Sometimes, because like
Brian knows stuff like that. Like you can take out the instrumental and stuff.
Yeah,
it'll muffle out the vocals, kind of, but it sounds pretty bad. I mean, Brian, you can confirm or deny. I don't know if you're listening to the music or.
I was listening to the stupid song. I'm not a fan.
But there is stuff like that, right? Like it'll take out the like extract the vocal, kind of depending on the frequency.
There's ways to do it. There's stuff that'll isolate the vocal itself. If let's say so example, there's a technique that you can do yourself if you know how to do it. Where an example, The Weeknd released just vocal only version of "Call Out My Name." Mm-hmm. So what you would do is, you in whatever program, like let's say Audacity, you play the normal song, like instrumental, vocal, and everything. Second track, you put just the vocal. You flip its polarity. I think that's what it. Or you change the phase of it so that basically, you know how a sound wave has its ups and downs.
Yes.
If the exact same file is flipped so that its up meets the down, it'll
cancel each other out. Oh,
so if you had just the vocal and flip it on top of the regular song, you cancel that out and the frequencies within that, but you would have the instrumental by itself technically.
So I mean, you can do it. You just have to put some work.
Science and stuff, man. And then on top of it, you need. He said it was a special case because the Weeknd released a version.
But a lot of people do the hard work and extract the vocals only.
Yeah, and there's software that can help you get the vocals only. So you could technically do it like that. But
you would still need that track though.
You need to extract the vocals somehow beforehand and then do the canceling out.
The polarity flip.
Yeah. That's cool. Anybody else excited down there? No? Okay,
I had to do that for someone's song because they used a YouTube beat that when the bass hit, it would just distort. But luckily enough, the song was really bad because they used the same 4-bar loop of a guitar. So I got the beginning part without the diarrhea. Phase canceled to get the diarrhea out, and then I had to redo the drums onto it.
Oh, okay. Damn, when the bass hits, it distorts. That's some like YouTube editing, like trying to be funny kind of things. Or not at this point. I've heard TikToks from like Randall's phone and Janana's phone where I think their speakers blew out because they just distort it because it's like a funny thing. Like they see something like I think there's one that's like, what's the one that's like say hey, and it's like they're talking to a dead person. It's like, oh, and you say no to your mom to do the laundry, and the next thing the song is they say hey, and then the camera cuts to like fucking like who's died, like anyone who's died, and they'll say hey back, and they're like they go back and they go what, like, oh my god, am I dead? And they just distort the bass into it, like, oh, and it slows things down, and I'm like, people, they're breaking everyone's phones. They have to be. Like, I'm sure it's not safe for your phones. But I don't know. Maybe the drivers can support it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What are we talking about?
Ashnikko.
Kelsey was talking about.
Oh, Ashnikko, yeah. So is this something that you can put like as a in the background as like
workout music?
You think it's workout music, or is it like working on stuff music? Like, can I like make stuff?
If you had to, Gun in the face.
I had to do what?
Oh my god, he's gonna.
If you had to pick something to do this to, I know you don't like it that much, but if you had to pick something to do it to, what would you pick?
I mean, I'd probably just have it as background music where I'm not wearing my headphones.
Gotcha. Okay.
So let's try it again.
Where I'm assuming. Let me rephrase your question. Yeah, I know. But let me rephrase your question. Where it's audible to your ears, where would you use it?
Yes. And you can't pick background.
Yeah, he can. Because I've done that though. That's still audible. Like if you have it like just speakers playing and you're just working on something.
Like when you have background music, it's kind of like, let me just insert said thing to fill the void because you just need noise.
But you can't have that with any type of music though. Like,
I agree.
You can't have like blaring fucking dubstep in the background as like background music because you're alarmed every time some shit happens. You just need something to keep the chill and hip hop radio station. That's made to be background music.
I can tune out to any song, any genre.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to
me.
Okay.
So okay, never mind. My bad.
I mean, it would just be background music.
Yeah, it sounds like it's background music.
Like I said, the music.
Could you work out to it?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. And,
what?
Well,
what did he say? What did we jump to?
What did he say? X. He said X grand.
Stupid is about guys getting their dicks cut off. Like
yeah, but he said working out, but you went to dick slamming, and I'm like, what?
Oh.
What's going on?
I want while I'm in the middle of a squat, I want to hear hear her talking about chopping cedar.
Oh, okay. You said squatting. I didn't know you said squatting. I think you said I think you just said no. I don't want to get my dick slammed. I'm like, what workouts are you doing? Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot because I like if the instrumental can keep it in the whatever. I don't care what she's saying. If the flow's cool and the instrumental's in there, I can probably vibe to it. So we'll see.
Tune out the lyrics.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not terrible. It does have good flow. Most of the songs have pretty decent, instrumentals, but it's just not something I want to listen to. I don't care for the lyrics.
Gotcha.
So
okay, that's fair. I guess we can keep on topic on music and we'll get back to Kelsey for some movies he watched. Brian, Giveon. If I can pronounce it. It looks like it's Giveon. Giveon, sorry.
Like he's an Eevee evolution.
Yo, speaking of which, Eevee's lit. Go ahead.
So he released an EP and an album both this year.
But not the same weekend, right?
No, one was like February or March, and then the other one was like this month.
Jesus, Brian's behind as
the
fuck.
total listening time for both of them is like less than half an hour.
For both the EP and the album?
Combined, it's like half an hour at most.
Jesus.
Are they spoken word? Like, is it just like...
No.
That's short.
So he started with the album. The album was the first one, and then
EP now.
EP after. The EP was 4 songs, but with one intro song being 55 seconds.
Oh my god!
The other one's only like 8.
Yeah,
8 seconds.
Like eight songs.
No, 8 songs.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5. 6,
I'm like,
7.
it might not do I go through like a euphoric time traveling thing when I'm listening to his songs? Like, yo, it's been 2 hours. No, bro, it's been 8 seconds.
It's 8 songs. They're about 3 minutes long a piece, and then there's an interlude that's only 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, how was that experience? And it's short and sweet, or is it?
I wonder if there's.
What do you wonder?
No, I was just gonna say, I wonder if like music, and I was kind of directing this question towards you because you're the music expert. I kind of feel like, or wonder if music has changed over the years as far as like time frame. No, that's not the word I want to use.
I was gonna cut you off already because back in the old days with vinyl, they were like 2-minute songs.
No, see what I'm hinting at is like I remember when I was in high school that songs on a regular used to be at least 4 to 5 minutes long. Now it seems like
really
they're shorter. Like when I look at stuff now, they're like 3 minutes,
I thought that
I've
was
seen
the
a song
average,
that's
though.
like 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
I thought 3 was like the sweet spot that I've heard the most. Go ahead, Brian.
Usually, all right. So it's really, if you think about it, it's the same as when music was back in the day. You had songs that were like 2 minutes, and the next song comes on because vinyl had a certain limit. If you have a whole album on the limit for time constraints. But then back then, there's freestyle songs that were like 8 minutes long.
Oh.
And that still exists now if you think about it, because After Hours on the Weeknd's album, it's usually the album cuts.
Yeah.
They can be like 5 minutes plus and things like that.
After Hours, the title track is like 7 minutes long, I think, or 6 to 7 minutes long.
But then, like, there's songs like XXX Tentacion, the Die in Your Nightmares, is like 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, though, with The Weeknd, it's a special case because, like, he would, like, sing a song, and then, like, the last long part is just him trying to get you to, like, some euphoric, orgasmic moment. It's just him, like, doing this harmonic, like, sound, and you're like, I don't want to turn this off because it actually sounds good, even though he's not saying anything.
Well, sometimes, because After Hours, he's like the beginning starts sort of like that, and then he sings throughout the rest, and it's like 5 minutes. But then there's a point where it's just the instrumental, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
And you getting it in there in the beginning, but then after that he starts singing, and then he swaps it again to like a slower, like,
it's just him singing without the instrumental for the most
part. I don't know. I guess that's what I like about it now, because it's so creative.
It's the
Frank Ocean did it.
Yeah, it's the artists that like still believe in the art of album making. So it's usually the album cuts if they want to use a song for a transition, or even Drake does it if he just wants 2 songs in one song because people like that, I guess.
God, for me it depends. If it flows nice, cool. If it's like a jarring, like it has nothing to do with it, then it's weird. Like,
I hate when.
My best example for me is Nights. Frank Ocean's Nights. I love that transition.
There's another transition too, Anthony. Cleopatra or
Pyramids.
Pyramids. 2 songs.
Yeah. But that great transition, like it's you're still in that vibe from the first one, but like 0 to 100, and then whatever the hell comes after that. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to stop it every time. When 0 to 100 ends, I'm like, all right, moving on. It's not the same energy. 0 to 100, you already like take on a gang. But then after that, and it goes to like the much slower stuff. I'm like, you sending me mixed signals here, bro.
Logic
Go ahead,
does
sir.
it too. Jaden Smith does it a lot. But yeah, people usually say, "Oh, a song getting shorter." It's the same thing back in the day. It's just that, I guess, back in the day you would hear the long album cuts. Like the long album cuts were the single. So like the freestyle songs were 8 minutes long. That's what you heard everywhere. Whereas now it's like, oh, can this fit in TikTok or Instagram or on the radio as well? They're doing it short. And I also think, I don't know if the music's changing, but a lot of people have really short attention spans now.
Yeah,
that was something I was going to touch on. I think like over the years, people's attention span is like dropped dramatically.
That's because of these right here.
You think it's the phone?
Yes, they have every form of entertainment right here, and to go to the next content is a slide away, to the left, to the right, to whatever. Oh, I got my content. Next. It's not
just the phones. It's not just like ease of like accessing content. It's also the ease of making content now too. So now literally you can get music making programs for free now, or back in the day, the gatekeeper was if you had studio money. So now everybody can make whatever shit they have. So you got to be different. You got to get their attention like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same principle kind of works for video too. Like people are pumping out videos and skits and stuff like that. So if your junk ain't good or unique,
yeah, if it's not eye-catching
like
anyway, yeah, it's gone. Next.
Timbaland, he streams now.
Oh, really? I know he has a TikTok.
He a friend of mine told me because he was watching him. He would go through viewer submissions in alphabetical order, and sometimes he doesn't even get to like 5 seconds after the beat hits. So like he'll wait a bit, and when the beat hits, if he doesn't care, he just goes to the next song.
Yeah. I think that's different for him because he is a producer, so he's like, I've heard this already, or he might be bored of it because he's tried it already, or he's heard someone else try it, and he's like, I got it. Yeah, like this is nothing. So that's kind of different. I mean, I've seen T-Pain going. Like, I think he's learning how to video edit, and then I saw T-Pain on streaming that, and I'm like, they're all doing their own thing now.
They're awesome.
I follow T-Pain. Yeah, he's pretty entertaining.
When he streams on Twitch and he like starts up his stream and he starts rapping and things, like it is just awesome.
God bless him, dude.
So yeah, Giveon, his album Take Time's the album, and it's only 24 minutes long. It feels like it's not supposed to be like a banger. It feels more like a portfolio album, or like because he's also a songwriter, so it kind of just feels like he sings really well. Most of the songs on here, the mix sounds like clean, but like it feels like the songs are an idea, and he's like, oh, let me get this out to show that I can write in this certain way, and then he moves on to the next one. I felt like.
No, I don't want to cut you off here. Is this the one that he's with Drake featuring?
2:30,
baby, hard to meet me by the beam. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That song's not on here. Not any other two things.
That's a Drake song. That's not going to be on here.
But it's his song, and then Drake put himself on it, I believe.
Oh, I thought that was Drake's song, and he's featuring.
Happened.
Okay.
That's what I think happened. I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, okay. That song slaps,
yeah,
bro.
So that being said, a lot of the songs, I only heard 2 out of the 8. A lot of the songs, it's not that they're bad. It's that, like...
They don't get that oomph, that last...
Yeah, there's no oomph. Like, it's... Like I said, it feels like a portfolio because it's more of like a... Just to show what he's capable of, it feels like.
Gotcha. The range he's got.
He has good range in his voice. His cadences are pretty interesting. The instrumentals are more like it's mostly R&B, but then randomly, I guess near the chorus, it feels a little gospel-y.
Oh, gospel. Okay.
Like kind of churchy.
Does he have background singers, or does he use his own voice as background singing, or is it like?
If I remember correctly, it's just him. You know how Sam Smith, "Stay With Me," it's like R&B, but it also feels kind of choiry.
Yes.
He does that a lot. The last 2 songs, it's called "Like I Want You" and "Vanish." The 2 that I hearted. He's like,
bangers.
Let me end this with oomph. And
okay.
Those are the longer tracks. I think "Like I Want You" is the longest song. It's 4 minutes 21 seconds, and "Vanish" 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
The whole thing's not like wow out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this as like an introduction to
Giveon. Giveon, sorry. All right, I gotta listen to it.
I would recommend it if you like R&B or you just want to hear a new artist, something different.
And you don't lose that much time, dude. Like, it's what you said, 20 minutes long at this point.
24.
Not even.
I literally stopped watching your streaming COD, listened to both of them, and came back into your stream before you stopped streaming.
Gotcha.
So the album, portfolio track. Listen to it if you have at half an hour. If you're at lunch and you know what to do, you just caught up on the show you're watching, you feel empty, just pop this.
Gotcha. Well, I'll probably listen to it while working.
And then his EP, which released, I'm pretty sure early October of this year, called "When It's All Said and Done." One feature is on here. Snow Allegra's on here.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, that song, it didn't have the oomph that I wanted.
That you hate to see it. You're like, oh snap! I know this artist. You pairing up. Let's see what you got, and then you're like,
This had the same thing where like, actually not necessarily the same thing to the same extent. It's 4 songs. I hearted 2 again.
That's 50%, bro. That's a high percent before.
The ones that I didn't heart, I didn't dislike them. They're solid. It's just it was missing something.
Mm-hmm. I feel it. I know that.
One of them that I hearted, which is the second song, "Still Your Best," near the chorus, like it just gets real muddy sounding. Like it doesn't sound too like high fidelity. But besides that, it was enjoyable. I think there's usually like 1 or 2 lines that I was like, it doesn't sound too good, but overall I liked it. And the last song, which is called "Stuck on You," again, he's like, these are just ideas. The last song has to oomph me, and he did a good job with that. Still, for the most part, it seems like it's his sound. It's like, I wouldn't say poppy, but it's very clean, produced, R&B, churchy kind of
vibe
instrumentals,
to it.
and then he sings over it.
And I've heard his voice, so I'm down. That fucking chorus and the Drake song, I'm all about it. When that comes out, I'm like, oh shit, A. I'm waiting for that A from Drake afterwards. He's like, he heard that chorus, and he's like, I need that in my song. Truck to the plane to the truck.
This one I also recommend. Like, this one's 10 minutes. So literally, if you have 34 minutes left in your lunch break,
just do both. Just do both. The time commitment is not that bad at all. It's an episode of Ted Lasso.
If you measure things by Ted Lasso minutes, then yeah, it's an episode.
Yeah, I mean that's we got to reference earlier content. You know,
I recommend it. Yeah, if you like R&B, you just want to listen to something new. You don't want to commit to 27 tracks in a fucking album or something like that.
Which one was it? Eric Bellinger that was last year, right? The one with action in it. Well, he had like fucking 20 songs in that album. I'm like, no.
I love Tiana Taylor. I still have not heard her album because I saw how long the album was.
I haven't heard it yet, but it wasn't no particular reason. Just haven't gotten to listen to it.
I was like, I might listen to this today. Hour and a half, a lot of songs. I'm like, I'm already fatigued seeing these numbers.
Seeing the track list.
Yeah.
Eric could have broken that up into like 4 different releases, and it would have just been banger every time because like that one was like, here's 47 songs, all of them sound the exact same.
Yeah.
Okay, why would I listen to this?
Break it up, man. If you had, I've never made an album, so I can't like be like, oh look, I know the answer, but like, yo, that's a lot of tracks to sit down and listen to.
The worst part is like, I don't like taking a break from an album.
Same.
Like if I start a movie, I want to see the whole movie when I sit down. If I hear an album,
big facts.
Let me get up. I'm not gonna stop watching La La Land and come in to do a podcast or anything.
When he started saying, I was like, watch the jab come. I could see it coming.
So
those are facts,
having albums that fucking long, even though it's disc 1 and disc 2, I have to sit there and listen. Unless I hate it and I just stop listening to it completely, I have to sit there and listen to the whole thing. But we do the wrap up in like December, so if I can remember to listen to her album before November 19th, then I should be good.
Yeah, so we gotta start thinking about that fast because damn, October's almost over already.
I gotta watch more movies.
Yeah, get those lists ready.
So yeah, Giveon.
Why are you smiling, Randall? Why'd you smile? Whoa. Randall smiled at me and looked away when I said that. What I mean?
That means Cyberpunk is coming soon.
Oh, okay. You happy for a different reason. I thought you were talking about the list, bro. Don't worry about it.
I haven't seen that much though.
So Randall, and I have a serious question.
Oh, here we go.
No, I am not. Even if I streamed hard body all the time, I would not stream that game. That is not a game you stream. Me personally, that's just my opinion.
Gotcha. I get it.
Back to real life.
You haven't even played it yet.
If Cyberpunk, and so if Cyberpunk came out on the same day as Spider-Man, and you had a PS5, which game would you play?
That's a good question.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay. That's
not even a question.
Okay.
What? No.
Okay, just wait.
Wait.
That was an actual good question, though. You made it seem like that was a dumb question. That was actually a good question because you've been anticipating Miles Morales.
I'm not saying that is a dumb question, but if I were to logically answer that question,
yeah,
can I acquire both games?
Yes, you have both. Okay. What are you playing first?
You have both games. They came out. You have both of them and a PS5, so you could choose to play Cyberpunk on the PC with whatever graphics card you want, or you could play Spider-Man on the PS5.
I will play Spider-Man first.
Why?
Why?
Because that I will get that's a shorter. It's kind of like Cyberpunk is like the main course meal.
Oh, and you think Miles is the appetizer?
Spider-Man is like your appetizer. You know what I mean? It's a much. I'm not taking away from it. It's probably very meaty.
Yeah,
but it's shorter in comparison to how long I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk. I'm not going to stop playing Cyberpunk once I start it. So there is not going to be no game in between.
Okay.
This is a weird thing to me about your answer being Spider-Man now, because you played the original Marvel Spider-Man and you had complaints and you stopped playing that game. Mm-hmm. So why are you so excited about this? Is it just because it's Miles as Spider-Man?
Because I've always
combat drastically.
Because I've always been a huge Miles Morales fan, and B, because I'm kind of hoping, like you said, I'm hoping that it plays a little different. I like the swinging mechanic. That doesn't need to be fixed. But the fighting, I think it wasn't so bad that I couldn't tolerate playing this game all the way through. But part of me is hoping that it feels a little more, it feels less anime driven. Because I felt like, me personally, when I was playing, I felt like the movement was heavily driven by the animation rather than the control. You know how like you guys are always talking about like it's about the control of the game? Mm-hmm. When I was fighting, I did not feel like I was in control of the character. I felt like I would do a move and then I was at the mercy of the animation until it ended, and then I can do said move. Mm-hmm. Versus like when you play Batman, it's like you're in full control.
He can be in the middle of a backflip. Yeah. You hit parry, he's parrying.
Exactly. And I understand that looks derpy sometimes.
It looks very derpy.
But I would rather have that than like...
Because gameplay's king and it feels better that way.
Yes, yeah.
It's responsive. You're playing a game, you hit a button, you want something to happen.
Exactly.
Even if they didn't have outlandish parry times, Spidey's really fucking fast, but the combat always felt like you were underwater, to me at least.
Okay.
That was my bigger issue with it.
Yeah.
But that's interesting that you spoke blasphemy and said you'll wait for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, at this point, I'm at the point where I'm done waiting, bro. If you asked me that same question, it's Cyberpunk.
It's because I know that I really want to play Spider-Man.
But the difference between you and me, I can take a break from Cyberpunk and play Spider-Man for a bit and come back to Cyberpunk. What you said, like, I just want to keep when I'm in it. I just don't want to leave. Anytime
I get engaged in a game like that, like with Ghost of Tsushima, like I can't play anything else. Even like anytime I play any of the Uncharted games, I cannot stop playing that game until it is completed.
For me, I'm the same way with Uncharted because Uncharted 2 for me was like a cinematic movie I wanted to see through the end. Like it was a 12-hour epic fucking movie. I had characters that I've already invested in. New characters, I'm like, oh, they're cool too. Like I was in it, so like I wanted to keep playing that. So I get that.
I took breaks in Witcher just because it came out when I was in college, so I literally had to.
Yeah.
But Skyrim and Mass Effect, when the new one came out, I don't care what time it was, I was awake and I was playing Mass Effect. And Skyrim, I literally, what'd you do for Thanksgiving break, Brian? Skyrim.
I remember that fucking Thanksgiving.
Class and come back and I'm still literally there.
He's still playing Skyrim, so.
That's how I felt with Detroit. I really wanted to like only play Detroit. But people were wanting to watch me actually like stream the game, and so I had to kind of play around their schedule. And so I either didn't stream or I like sat at my computer staring like I really want to play. I really want to play.
That's another thing that kind of sucks for you. Well, I guess you guys have found workarounds for it, but I feel like I couldn't do that. Like if I had like people wanting to watch me play a particular game, and I want to play that game now, and I'm like, well, I know said people want to watch me play this game, but I want to play it now, but I can't play it because I said on Sunday at 7 p.m.
Well, Randall, that's a per person thing. If they say they want to see you, you can have that content on YouTube and be like, it's gonna go. If you don't see me live, you can see it on YouTube later. You'll still have the reaction, you'll still have everything. It just won't be live.
Randall, you know how many games I started on stream, and then I literally never stream the game again because I'm playing it on my own time. But there's a lot of those on there.
Like you have full control over that. Like I'm sure they'll get salty or whatever, but like if you can have a backup option. That's why my fucking channel's filled with like. I went through a nostalgic route and nostalgic thing when I was setting up the split screen loser, and I scrolled down through all my I put every game I put in its own playlist, and all the videos that I was going, and I scrolled all the way down. I almost cried. I saw Valiant Hearts on there. Do you remember Valiant Hearts?
Like in the thousands.
In videos, I'm over 1,000 videos. Really? But like the amount of games I've played, and some of them, there's like one or few that aren't to completion, but I've completed so many fucking games that are recorded. You want to see? Go ahead.
You actually see moments of your life because you start those games in your apartment. You see the little.
You see my apartment,
room. Yeah.
You see how skinny that clip of me fucking playing Horizon. I was dying. I was like fucking this. Holy shit. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's nostalgic shit. I'm like, oh man, it was that long since I played Horizon, and I'm like, that took a long time to bring that shit to PC, dude. And yeah, I have like all that shit's cataloged. Pretty much history, and I've played so many fucking games, dude. Some of them I didn't finish, but I think both Wolfensteins are on there, like the Bad Blood one, the expansions. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm just thinking about, you said like how you was super skinny. You was wondering what was wrong with you. I immediately thought about that. I saw this thing on Instagram or TikTok. I told you about this. Well, like the girl had lost a whole bunch of weight, so her friends and family were asking her, "What did she do to lose weight?" So the next cut is her like chopping up cocaine.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, so you start with 2 grams.
There's a Twitter thing that's like this girl like tweets out. She's like, guys, I need to lose a lot of weight very quickly. Legal and illegal ideas, keep them coming. And the guy is like, all right, what you need to do is drink nothing but water, clean vegetables, meats or tofu or something. And I can't stress this enough. Cocaine. Shannon keeps telling me that we're just gonna start doing coke to lose weight.
Please don't.
Skinny.
Don't do that.
God, does that really make you lose weight?
I don't know.
Well, you lose your appetite, and it also gives you like increased energy, so you're just like running around a whole
and burning
lot.
calories, I guess.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. That was the first time I saw that clip. I was like, but my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I don't know what the hell I was talking about.
Talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you.
You was talking about
all
the games that you recorded.
And that's it. I don't know what got me there. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how we got there. Oh, because you were talking about like people like streaming and then like not playing a game because you're scheduling with people to watch. When you can just record, you can still stream it and have a higher quality recording going, like what I'm doing with this recording here and all my gameplay stuff. Upload a really high quality one so they don't have to worry about like the streaming quality because it's not going to be as good as local recording. And they can 1, watch your reaction, 2, in a much higher quality.
Yeah.
And that, or if you don't even want to stream it, then you can just do recordings. You did it for Tekken.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my thing, recording.
Like, you just gotta have the display, like storage for that. But
you just gotta learn how to use a mic
and a camera, and say action. Start your stream.
I thought you were gonna say something else when you say action. After that, I think you say action and rub the lube on or something. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Brian took it to like another level. What's going on? All right.
See what the hell?
I mean, shit happens.
I see what he did there. That's really good.
That's messed up what he did to Starlight, man. Good God. She was in the bathroom throwing up, bro. And he has gills, so I can only imagine what the rest of them might look like.
Do they mention what the rest of it? No, they don't, right?
That's the only deformity he has.
I think so. Because he always hide. He would omit. That's why he said he keeps the thing on usually. I think. I don't remember.
Oh, because of the gills?
Yeah.
That whole scene with him and the girl on the couch.
Yeah.
That was weird, man.
Yeah.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't you just push her off of you?
Because if she gets hurt, who's at fault?
Oh.
The superhero power, the Superman that pushed her off.
That's messed up, man. What the heck? That was hard to look at.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Trolls War Tour.
Yeah, so it's going from gill fingering to Trolls World Tour here, Kelsey.
Oh,
so
Anthony has something too. Fuck.
Mine's gonna be quick. Watch this, 5 minutes. So I watched Hubie Halloween, Adam Sandler's new movie that takes place on Halloween. He plays a character with a funny voice. It's an Adam Sandler movie with that type of humor over and over. With the same Buscemi's in it, Schneider's in it. Like it's the gang here being funny.
It's also got the same woman from Happy
Modern
Gilmore.
Family. Oh,
this is animated?
No,
she's from Modern Family too. But yes.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about this movie you're talking about.
This movie is not animated.
Oh,
but the gags are like funny stuff happens where like everyone hates him because he's like the smarty pants know it all for the cul-de-sac, and as he's riding his bicycle, people throw things at him. And it gets more and more crazy, like knives and like a washing machine, and like as he's trying to like bike down the street, like it's that. See, that chuckle is this entire movie. It's back to back like Adam Sandler gags. So if you like Adam Sandler's like things like that, you'll love this movie. But if you're not into the Adam Sandler like types of comedies, you probably won't like it. I enjoyed it because I love Adam Sandler's comedy. Like it's really slapstick and they have like some really good dialogue, some like good comedic timing and stuff. So I'm okay with it. And Steve Buscemi had some really funny fucking lines in this. Like,
I love Buscemi. He's hilarious.
He did pretty funny stuff in this, so I'm like, okay. So I personally enjoyed it because I'm just a fan of Adam Sandler's comedy. But if you don't, this will not change your. Oh, I'm an Adam Sandler comedy fan. Like it's not that. It's him in his element. Like this is what he can. This is what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like funny comedies, with slapstick comedy, funny stuff.
Is it as bad as he said it's gonna be? Because he said that if what was that name of the movie with The Weeknd and him?
Oh, Uncut Gems.
He said if that didn't get an Oscar, he's gonna make the worst film he could possibly make, and then this came out.
I don't know, Jack and Jill or whatever that movie was, where he plays the man.
The girl, yeah, that's worse than this, in my opinion. Again, you can watch this and be like, "No, I like Jack and Jill more." I don't think that's the case.
I never watched it, so I don't know.
This one, I mean, again, it's just right on par. Like this Adam Sandler stuff, it's funny to me because it's just silly slapstick.
And don't say Zohan.
That was gonna be my answer.
You gotta pick something else.
Well, that's not Zohan. Yes. He said, "What's my favorite Adam Sandler movie?" Not Zohan. I'm like, damn it.
Oh, Zohan.
I mean, he has like a ton that are just like really great strings in a row. Happy.
Oh, I guess the Waterboy.
Waterboy.
My mama said. My mama said.
Yeah.
That they're the
like,
devil.
He had like a run there, where he just
anger management.
Anger management's my answer. I was switching. I forgot. Oh my god.
Wasn't that with Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
The Wedding Singer, Big Daddy.
That's what he does. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, dude.
And then just Rampart is in it. I feel like dancing.
Bulletproof with Damon Wayans.
I don't think I saw that one. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my god, you need to go watch it.
All right. I don't know. I'll Is it both the Wayans brothers or just Damian Wayne?
It's just Damon.
Okay. Or Damon, sorry.
But
I said Damian. Probably Batman.
That one's great. Billy Madison.
Yeah, Billy Madison. He had back to back. Like okay, these are hits. You know.
8 Crazy Nights was animated.
Yeah, 8 Crazy Nights was animated.
Yeah. The Animal. That one was like stupid.
Yeah, that one was That one was weird, but it got me some laughs. And that's it. I'm done with the. Yes, Mr. Deeds. I'm very, very sneaky, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that likes feet.
Yeah, I like feet. That's it for Hubie Halloween. If you're into like the movies he's talking about here, it's that type of gags. Like it's those slapstick, really funny gags. People can dress up and stuff like that. It's good. The shirts. His character's mother and a friend of his mother wear shirts that is I hope they sell them. They say the most crass things on them. It's hilarious.
Do you remember any of them?
No, something about like being wet and stuff like that. It's like gross, but it's old people wearing it, and it's really funny.
What the heck?
Hold on, let me see if I can Google it real quick. Halloween.
All right, I sent you the IMDb for Bulletproof. I think it's a great movie. I love this movie. You should definitely go watch it.
Okay, here's some. One of them is Boner Donor. These are old ladies wearing this, by the way.
What the heck?
Another one is. Hold on, let me click on this one. If you can read this, you're in fart range.
These sound like Kelsey shirts.
Yeah, one of them is it's not going to lick itself.
Wow.
The other one is I shaved my balls for this. Like the shirts they wear is fantastic in it.
I tried to get Shannon a thong that said "slippery when wet."
Yeah, it's stuff like that these elderly women walk around in public.
Does it make it more funny that
it is because no one says anything about it. They're in public and they just talk to like nothing. And this fucking shirt is just so not safe for work, and no one cares. Oh my! And there's a running gag in this. I said it was going to be 5 minutes. You know those things that you put like hot, like people go to construct to work, and it's like their mug, and you can close it.
Thermos.
A thermos. His can do any. It's in the Inspector Gadget of that, and that's a running gag throughout the whole thing. And you can see the shit that it does. It's like
this seems like it's just made for me then, because all of these things are things that I find funny.
You should. I mean, again, it's. If you like that kind of comedy, I highly recommend it. It was really fun to watch. It was funny. Right? Yeah, it came out like 2 weeks ago.
What's the name of it?
Hubie Halloween. And that's that. Sorry, go ahead, Kelsey. Trolls World Tour.
So I watched this with Nick and his kids while I was up in Charlotte. It was really good. I mean, it's it's about because if you've seen any of the Trolls music or Trolls videos, it's about music and being together and that kind of stuff. And this one gives you kind of a background into the history of trolls, and then talks about how there's actually different types of trolls and music and that kind. And there's each one is its own group, and is a really fun adventure. I really like it. I think it's great. I really liked all the Trolls movies. Definitely would suggest giving it a watch. Okay.
I've seen trailers and stuff, and I'm like, I think it's just like a family film. I just never really. All right, I'll have to give it a shot. And it came out, I think, this year, right? Earlier this year?
It was either early this year or late last year. It was this year.
They might have came out right when the quarantine started happening.
Yeah, March 11th.
Yeah. All right. And then you went on back to back. I haven't clicked on the links, Kelsey. Are these Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Okay, first of all, don't ever insult me like that again.
Okay.
These are the original.
So this is the ones that
1991.
I haven't seen these. Randall told me to watch these.
Mm-hmm. These okay. I don't know that I can describe to you how amazing these movies are. Okay. Because it's got the you know how movies are kind of embedded in time. You watch them and exactly what time period they are because of, props, background, CGI or whatever. These are amazing. Ghostbuster level of awesome.
Of holds up? Okay.
Yes.
Because Ghostbusters still kind of holds up now. So
yeah, these are just awesome. There's a third one. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I don't remember it being that great. And when Nick and I were talking about it, he had mentioned it again that it wasn't that great. But these are the costumes, the personalities, everything fits perfectly with the old cartoons, the video games, that kind of stuff. It's just awesome.
I gotta watch this. Randall told me to watch that a long time ago.
I haven't seen the third one either, but I can confirm
the first two
are good.
Okay.
I don't remember which one it is, but when you said them, I can just remember a scene when in the train station and she gets slapped in the face by a ninja.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's in the first one.
It's in the stupidest way possible.
Yo, man, movies back then were brutal, man. I remember I was watching. Was it Die Hard? Oh man, it was one of those movies. And dude, he swung in from the roof through the window, and it was a lady and her boss working late hours. Swings in through the window. What?
I don't know, Brian. Brian had a eureka moment when you said that, so I think he knows what you're talking about. He might get you a clip.
No, you said brutal, and then I saw this recently. You need to watch as soon as this podcast is over. We both need to. All of you need to, actually.
Okay. Okay.
So it's like a group of guys with guns or whatever. Swings in through the window, and then the first guy that like stands up or whatever runs into the lady, and he like straight punches her in the face, like she was a dude.
So he punched her like Shia LaBeouf did in Peanut Butter Falcon to that kid.
It was worse than that, bro.
Oh my god!
It was worse than that.
Some sort of bounty.
It's stuff that you don't really see in movies nowadays, like especially like dudes hitting women like that.
Yeah, something will come up and be like, what? Why are you showing this? Different time. That's crazy.
If you haven't seen the originals,
yeah,
you need to go watch them. They're incredible. Like they're fun. They're like happy movies, even though like there's some like dark stuff that goes on. Like it's just they're amazing. Definitely give them a watch. They changed some of the I think they changed one of the voices around. I think Donatello's voice changes from 1 to 2, and then they change who plays April from 1 to 2. But it doesn't really seem to have. I don't remember really affecting. Yeah, like it's still great. The personalities of the people playing the turtles, the scripts are just amazing. You need to go watch it.
And fun fact, Van Damme's in it, and let me know if you can spot him when you watch it.
He's in the movie, but he's in costume, or is he just like?
No, it's Van Damme. Like you can see him.
He must have been super young at that point. What is this, 80s?
1991.
Oh, 1991. Oh, well, no, he was making movies in the 90s.
In it too.
Who?
Rockwell's in it?
Sam Rockwell, yeah.
He must have been super young. That's from 3 Billboards at Missouri, or Ebbing, Missouri.
I haven't seen
what did we watch? We watched something else. We had like just finished watching. Oh, it was in Trolls. He's in Trolls World Tour as one of the new characters, and because like I was like looking up who's all in it, and I was like, oh, Sam Rockwell's in this, and then like we finished that, and then we started watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, and I was like, oh shit, Sam's in this too. And Nick was like, no, man, that's not Sam. That can't be him. And then like we got later into the movie and it like showed the classic like frontal face of him. And he's like, holy fuck, it is Sam.
Yeah, Rockwell has been doing a bunch, man. If you guys haven't seen 3 Billboards in Ebbing, Missouri, great film with him in it.
I haven't seen it.
It's fantastic. Brian, well, you saw him, how he got to the Oscars there. Swag in hand. It was for that movie. Yeah, like... I mean, he's been in Iron Man. He's been all over the place. My man can act.
That's something like when you watch a movie that you've seen multiple times, and then you spot an actor that's like really well known now.
Yeah.
But they were younger, and you like, oh snap! That's because I remember one time I was watching Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
For like 108th time. And I did not know that Jackie Chan is in it. Yeah.
You talking about when Bruce Lee and him fight?
No, he does fight him, but it's like it's a part in the movie where Bruce Lee is fighting a bunch of guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He actually injures him in that scene. And
really?
Afterward, yeah. So like the pain that you see on his face is actually real. And then like afterwards, Bruce is like, "Oh my god, dude, are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah, it just hit me one time. Like I don't know what happened or why I saw it, but I saw him fighting, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that looked like Jackie Chan." And then I rewinded. I was like, "That is Jackie Chan." And then I looked for the credits and saw that it was really him.
I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Because that's only for like a short second.
Yeah.
I guess the type of fight scenes Jackie Chan's known for when he's fighting multiple people and he fights like he pushes them all away or something. Because that scene, I'm pretty sure Bruce Lee's taking on like multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Damn, we're getting too nostalgic here, bro. We're 3 hours in. What? So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, I gotta go watch. Trolls World, I gotta go watch. Giveon, I gotta go listen to.
And you also need to watch Bulletproof.
Bulletproof. That's Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
And the Mortal Kombat movie.
And the Mortal Kombat movie.
it's not your like typical Adam Sandler movie. It's like it's like.
Is it a buddy cop thing?
No.
Okay.
It's more like a Eraser.
Is that the movie where one of them's a cop and then the other one was like his friend?
Yes. They were both like criminals, and then I don't remember if they were both like criminals and then one turns into being a cop or what, but it's a great movie. You just
I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it. Dude, your face was about to say something, and I'm like, no. Yeah. It sounds like a twist. I'll watch it. It's
got the same feel and premise of Eraser, if you remember that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like it's kind of like that. It's doesn't have the same like flow, but it's that like time period, the feel, everything. It's awesome.
You good, Brian?
Yeah.
People laughing over here today. You guys have been giggling all day for your own reasons. I don't know what the hell's wrong with y'all.
You just saw my reason.
I guess.
I'm always thinking of silly stuff, so that's what I'm always.
Name 12.
18.
Okay.
Like Android 18? I mean, he got me. I'm like, what? What does 18 mean? What else we got? I think that's it. Oh, it is.
I think that's it. Randall, what did you do?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't put anything on here, but if you did something.
What I did. I watched the.
Randall, tell us about.
Nothing. Yeah, tell us about.
I watched The Boys. That's what I did.
But you didn't put it on the list. Why didn't you put it on the list?
Didn't.
Because I forgot.
Because he's a rebel. That's why.
Means we gotta delete the whole discussion about season 1.
Yeah, I gotta go edit it. Anywho, well, I guess we want to.
Now he has to watch season 2 before next week, so we can actually talk about stuff and be like, oh, and then there's that scene, you know, with the person that said the thing at this time, and then the other thing happens. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I mean, he does need to go see it because I want him to see that Kimiko fight.
There's
He also needs to
learn about
the asylum.
Yeah.
Do you guys know when season 3 comes out?
It ended this year, like season 2 ended this year, and they did it weekly because COVID, so they don't have a lot of stuff already filmed, so they probably have other series that need to be filmed first, and then they'll probably come back to this.
What happened with Stranger Things?
It got weirder.
I don't know. It got weirder.
Well, I would think season 3 would have been out by now.
We saw 3. You mean 4?
Is it 4 or 3?
Yeah, we saw 3 already, man. 2 was the one with the rock star version of her that had powers and no one cared, and 3 is the one with them all.
The 3 is the I dump your ass.
Yeah, I dump your ass. Yeah.
Wow, we've been 3 seasons.
Yeah, man, that's the good and bad thing. Is like there's a point like, oh wow, we've already gone through so much. Not a lot of it is that memorable. If that makes sense. Like it doesn't have the spark of that charm in the first one. It's because it was the first season. So now we're just okay. What are they up to now? You know.
What the heck?
They released one teaser, and it was the thing with
Hopper still being alive.
Yes, and that was who knows how long ago. And then the quarantine happened, so we don't know what the hell the status on that is. Probably next summer.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, Netflix is still pumping out stuff, so I'm sure people can wait. Like they're getting a lot of animation stuff. Like so, notable releases this week. We got Doom Eternal's first expansion. It's gonna fucking rocks in the chat for that. You know what I'm saying? The Ancient Gods Part 1. It's time to rip and tear again, Kelsey.
I know. I saw that.
It's time.
Somebody had mentioned it earlier, and I was like, "Fuck, when is that coming out? I gotta go get it." So I'll
It's
probably
time
purchase that this week and try and play.
What is the expansion supposed to be about?
It's more story. Like it's
like
an actual story expansion.
After the end of the main game, and then
and then we'll have to go up against whatever the hell we're gonna learn about the ancient gods.
And there's like new enemies and all new boss fights. I'm excited.
Yeah, bro. It's time to
grab the season pass because if each one's gonna be $20, you save.
You might as well.
$10.
I can't wait. Like I can't wait for my long hair to grow while I'm like and just shooting everything, Randall. It's gonna be fantastic.
Is it supposed to be on Earth or y'all know nothing?
I don't know nothing. I saw that there's trailers out, but I have not watched it because I'm just gonna jump in And what, Kelsey? I'm gonna rip and tear through everything. While fantastic music is supplementing my desire for murder. You know what I'm saying?
What if for this DLC?
Did y'all hear what he said?
What if for this DLC? Because Ancient Gods, it's just aggressive gospel.
Oh man, that'd be weird. That would throw me off because I'm used to like just hardcore.
Save my lord.
No, I'll be down with that. As long as I still get the riffs, I'm good. Like that, those get your sins. Yeah, I'm still about it. What we got? Amnesia Rebirth. I don't know if it's like a remake or whatever, but it's another game in the Amnesia installation franchise.
Rebirth, it says it right there.
Okay, but I don't know if that's like part of the lore where something's rebirth, but it's still not like a reboot.
It says it right there.
Anywho,
it says Rebirth is a new descent into darkness from the creators of the iconic Amnesia series.
Okay, so it's not a reboot, Brian.
It's a rebirth, like it says.
And then Goner 2, which I played like 10 minutes of the first one, and it's like a roguelike, and Goner 2's co-op roguelike now. So I'm like lit because it handles really cool. It's a really the 10 minutes I played on xCloud just to try out the fucking service. It was pretty fun, but again, I didn't know what the hell was happening because it was like a weird roguelike where I don't know what the hell's going on. I just shoot things to kill things and move on to the next area. Now it's co-op, so Brian, we can add that to the list.
Okay.
Pokemon Sword and Shield: The Crown Tundra. I think that's an expansion for Sword and Shield. I just put it on there because it looked like a big title. And then Pumpkin Jack, which is a action adventure platformer game, looks pretty cool. Halloween themed, obviously.
I'm upset because it just reminds me of Medieval, and I still haven't played the remaster.
Same. Every time I load up my PS4 to like an update or something, I see Medieval on there. I'm like, I really need to play this. And also Days Gone. I'm like, I should really finish this.
I told you not to buy that.
I mean, I learned by doing, Brian. Anyway, that's it for releases. Music and movies, they just drop at this point. Like they say this is coming out, and then the Fridays come and boom, music that was not on this list is out, and then movies are like, oh bam, home premiere. I'm like, what? You never told me this was happening.
Anthony,
go for it.
On the album releases for this week,
yeah,
an artist named Jungle Pussy.
Yeah, I said that to my. No, you're right. I read that out loud to my coworkers today. I'm like, well, I was looking through the doc to see if I can fill out some stuff. I'm like, hey guys, there's a band called Jungle Pussy, and they all laughed.
I think I'm gonna have to listen to this.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, Brian might listen to this because of the name.
I mean, I'm one for one. I listened to Yak, and I like it.
This one's gonna get you like, in that mood for some Jungle Pussy.
What the heck even is that?
Brian's gonna find out. I don't know, but you're gonna find out.
You said it's hairy?
Yeah.
Then I'm good.
How dare you, Randall? Just discriminating.
I don't like hair, man.
Oh, so you don't like me? Got it. It's cool. No, we're good. No, we're good. No, it's fine.
He didn't say he doesn't like hair woman.
Oh, that's right. This week, what are we doing? I'm gonna ask Randall first because I'm gonna hit him with a fucking combo in a second. Go ahead, Randall. What you doing this week?
Fuck.
Hopefully buying a PS5.
Besides that.
Oh no, that's next week.
Yes, you told me it was next week. So I was gonna call you up and be like, you lied to me yesterday. So you knew about this week and not tell me about it. Go next week while I get one.
This is next week. It's the week of the. I just know it's the week of the 25th.
It didn't come out till the 12th.
Apparently, there's going to be a
restock at
Best Buy. So
on the week of the 25th. It's rumors.
Is it going in person?
No, online.
No, online.
So if you want some exciting news about that, apparently PlayStation took a BLM stance and a Black Lives Matter stance.
Okay.
And apparently a bunch of racist assholes are refunding their pre-orders because they don't like the fact that they have like a BLM theme.
Let's go. Less people on online. Racist people online. Let's go.
How do you do that though?
What?
If you pre-ordered online, how do you
cancel it?
How?
I mean, they don't take your money right then and there. You don't get charged until you go.
Yeah,
pick
you get
it up.
charged
Yeah,
until
I
they ship
understand
it.
that, but is there a button or something like that? I've never seen that where you
Always
order something. And
yes,
can
you should
cancel.
always go to your orders and you should be able to cancel it.
Yeah.
Best Buy does it.
Or
Amazon does
or
it.
you can call the customer service hotline and be
Google
like,
does
"Hey,
it.
I want to cancel my order. Here's my confirmation number," and they'll pull it up and go, "Okay, is there anything we can do to convince you otherwise?" And then you go, "No, because I'm a racist asshole," and then they cancel it.
And they're like, "Okay, cancel."
I wonder what their excuse is if they do ask them that.
They probably say that. They might say that, and they'll blatantly say it, and they'll be like, "Okay, good riddance then," and then just cancel it for them.
They probably just go, "The South will rise again," and then just hang up.
Yeah, and they probably use those numbers for the next time they restock, so they have even more.
That's crazy, man.
I hope so. Well, we'll see. So besides looking for a PS5 that you failed to tell me this week, so
No.
we got it, Randall.
It's the week.
I'm gonna make sure I get mine, is what Randall said, and then y'all next week.
Let me tell you something, man.
Ooh, and then what?
So, you know how many times I was
Hit and refresh.
up late, hit and refresh, and I'm like, and this is at like 2-3 in the morning.
Witching hour. Why do you do that? Why do all of you stay
Can
up
we
in witch hour?
with that, please?
That's a real thing.
Anyway,
Always staying up.
I'm
past
used to
witching
that
hour.
because of the college hours in open lab or whatever. But anyway, you know how many times I've like thought to myself, man, if I do come across a PS5, should I grab one for Anthony?
Get yours first. Like I'm making fun of it, but like get yours first.
What?
You wouldn't grab one for me? You're the worst kind of person.
Oh, that look what you did.
I thought he said he wasn't getting one.
No, that's not what he said. He's gonna
I thought you weren't getting
back
one.
up. Back
Hold
up.
on. Let's back it up.
Let's
here.
back up. Yeah, because
I thought he wasn't
Last
getting one.
week, Brian said, "Brian, Kelsey, can you get me one if they
And hit
will
the-
allow you? If you go
No, I
stand in
remember
line?"
that.
And then I said, "Randall, do you want me to body some old ladies
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
get you one too?" And you said, "Look, man, you do what you got to do to get me a PS5."
Yeah.
okay?
facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Those are all like that's almost
Yeah,
word
but
for word.
I thought Bryant was joking. I didn't know he was serious.
Look, he wanted to play Miles Morales. He has other games he wants to play, like the Blood Demon Souls. I think he wanted to play.
Yeah, I wanted to try that again.
My bad. I thought like ever since he like sold his PS4 that he was like done with consoles.
Oh, I mean for this generation, probably. Yeah.
I'm done with paying online. So when I get a PS5, if I do, it's just gonna be single player only. I'm not gonna pay you to let me play other people online on top of my internet bill. Can you not?
But yeah, make sure you just solidify yours first, and don't like sit at the checkout and at the checkout going, should I update the quantity to 2? Fam, just spam checkout.
Yeah,
Like-
God forbid they,
They remove it from your fucking cart. So like,
yeah, God forbid you put it in your cart, and then they tell you they're out.
bitch is in my cart. Anywho,
Yeah,
so
I
besides, go ahead.
I think Shannon's gonna come stand in line with me in case they only allow one per person, and then
Yeah.
again, whoever decides to either come visit me or stream first.
Wow.
Randall, you're gonna lose that fight.
Wow.
You're gonna lose it.
I've already streamed.
I felt like it was already set up for me to lose.
Well, Brian, you could just go to like, you just gotta go there. That's a flight away, and they're dirt cheap now. I bet you can get over there by spitting on someone's
I
shoe.
talked to Shannon, I can come down and hang out for a little bit, in like December. So I'll have to grab a ticket and let you know when.
That
Let me- yeah, give me-
good happens in December.
Okay. Just give me the week you're doing it, and I'll sort it out. My internet's gone to shit again. Owner's coming back. Cool. So besides pre-ordering a PS5, what are you doing?
I'll probably go to the gym,
Okay. Randall has not been paying attention to the news.
work.
Uh-huh.
There's news.
Go ahead. Finish what you're doing this week, and I'm going to correct you on what you're doing this week. Go ahead.
Can we watch The Boys
It ain't the
too?
GPU because I thought that comes out on the 30th.
Oh, you're correct. The 29th it comes out.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
Okay, we'll finish. Tell me when you said I'm done.
That is it. Like
That's
I
it?
work,
Okay.
gym, art.
Gotcha.
I'll doubt very seriously if I play any games.
What
Really?
days are you streaming your art?
Whoa, Kelsey. Really?
What game was I supposed to be playing?
Got it. Let me know when you're done.
Can I guess? Can I guess when he's done?
When he says done, I'm gonna Brian to guess.
Okay.
This supposed to be a game being played this week.
Randall, tell me when you're done. You're wasting my time. You're wasting your time here.
I was done.
Now you said you're done. Brian, go ahead.
Isn't there like DLC for Ghost of Tsushima coming out or something?
It's already out. The 4-player co-op.
Ooh,
Oh, snap.
Pussy, Mr. O.
I forgot about that.
Already.
I did not say that game was game of the year. I said Cyberpunk.
No, you
Oh
said
my
so
God.
far it was your game of the year.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, Brian. What you doing this week?
Just ranting about Randall when I get off of this podcast. What the hell's today? Tomorrow is co-op stream.
Yeah, tomorrow will be Darksiders.
It's gonna be Darksiders with technical difficulties on my end. If you want to watch that.
Yeah, that fucked us last week. I don't know why it just ran. I don't know why.
Not allowed to have nice things, Anthony. I don't know.
Looks like it.
I guess. And then after that, I'll do a music stream on the week because it's last week, and I plan to do it on the weekend mornings, and I just feel like dog shit every morning, so I didn't stream at all.
That's bad.
Friday, I don't stream. Saturday, watching Dragon Ball, and then Sunday, maybe a morning stream. What I'll play, we'll find out together, I guess.
Okay. Kelsey, what you got going on, Papa?
Probably gonna try and play some of the new Doom stuff this week. Gonna get that downloaded.
Rip and tear.
Thought about downloading Ark. Not Ark. What's the log game that you hate?
The log game that I hate?
Horizon Zero Dawn, yes.
Fuck off. The log game. That's a side quest. You don't have to do it. Don't put yourself through it.
Kelsey, if you do all the lodge quests, you get gold weapons.
Yes, that is worth doing. You actually get stuff for it, but don't do it because I know you're gonna fucking one shot it and then send me the fucking clip, and I'm gonna be furious.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with it. I did it first try too, so I don't know.
Fuck all of you.
Okay, so gonna do that, and then probably gonna do that, and then a buddy of mine's been talking really highly about Star Wars Squadrons.
Really?
I wanted to try it. That is out. That's true.
So that came out at the beginning of this month. I think on the 2nd. He really loves the game. He even bought like a really nice like joystick setup that he can use.
So he's in there. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that's how Brian plays.
He's like really in there. And it does look really cool. Like I miss the old X-Wing games and like playing Star Wars Rogue Squadrons and that kind of stuff for the 64. So
this also has a campaign, right?
I do not.
Or is it just multiplayer? Okay, go ahead. My bad.
I know that like the big thing is them doing the multiplayer, like you're actually like fighting in space and that kind of stuff. But I don't know very much about this game. I've just heard a lot of really good things about it, and several of my friends are like, "Bro, this is awesome. You should try it." So I might. I think it's like $40. I might grab that, just play like with a keyboard and mouse or with a controller for a little bit, and then see how it is. And if it's like something that I'm playing all the time, I might get a joystick, an extra joystick anyway.
Ooh, congrats!
If you do play with the joystick, can you just wear whatever helmet you have?
It has to be a helmet with a blast shield, then.
It's just a random one. He's like, yeah, this is Rebel 14 orange.
Yeah. So probably don't know what I'm gonna do that this week though.
I need you to have Shan in there, so if you get shot, she spins the camera and you yell.
Yeah. Yeah. And it happens to catch her face of disappointment in like a mirror somewhere. She's just like, oh shit. That's funny. That's cool. Yeah, I've been wanting to see how that game's been doing. What's wrong?
Mandalorian.
That comes out soon too. It starts coming out soon.
I still have to start that.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I've also been thinking about trying to get was it Cold War? What was the game? The Call of Duty game you were playing?
Oh, I was in a beta, yesterday. The Call of Duty Cold War beta. Is that
like an expansion on top of something, or is that like its own game?
It's its own game coming out in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna review it, the beta?
I mean, I'm already at 3 something.
Okay,
It's nothing to review. Quick one.
question,
If you like Call of Duty, okay, go ahead.
The Call of Duty before Modern Warfare, you know how I felt about that. Modern Warfare,
Black Ops 4.
You know how I felt about that.
Okay.
Modern Warfare, loved it. Which
This
one is it closer to?
It feels slower. Modern Warfare is faster. Into like the mobility, like the sliding and stuff. It feels fast. It felt faster in Modern Warfare, and this one felt a little heavier. But then again, when I was doing all the sliding stuff, I had an LMG, so I think the gun you have affects your movement.
Yeah, it does.
So I like that because it was like it felt heavier. You sure?
Yeah, so SMG have faster aim down and things. And
I'm talking about like I've seen crazy shit in Modern Warfare, like people sliding and doing some crazy John Woo shit. Yeah. So regardless of the gun they're doing,
it's so aim down sight speed. If it's an SMG, is way quicker than an LMG, which will be like.
Gotcha.
And then like you feel it in sprint speed too.
So the one thing all I did yesterday was just try out most of the weapons. The best and the worst part was that sniper rifle I was using. Holy shit. No, not the carbine, the sniper rifle. It was even in the description of the gun, it said 1-shot kill. Chest or head. And I've never shot like that in my life. And there's clips of me, I'm like, who am I right now? I'm doing quick shots, and I'm like, what? That gun is too strong.
Well, that's the way sniper rifles are supposed to work.
Not what I was doing. Snipers usually stay still.
Stationary.
Randall, I was out there like John Wick with a fucking sniper rifle.
Okay, like so the gunplay compared to Modern Warfare.
It feels good. Like firing. Firing almost every weapon felt great. The sniper rifle felt like the sound's fantastic, like loud though, but not like distorting loud. They still need to fix the fucking the things you call in.
Oh, UAV.
Like the explosions and stuff. I'm like, I think it's still mixed too loud. The footsteps sound better because I was able to like, oh, he's here. I was able to locate him better than I did in Modern Warfare.
All they need to do.
But the explosions were like. Go ahead.
Just hire the team that worked on Battlefront 1, the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever did the audio in that, hire that person.
Well, they did Battlefront 2 and probably Battlefield stuff.
I didn't play Battlefront 2. I played Battlefront 1 remake.
Okay.
And what I heard.
Cool.
Okay, so gunplay, better or worse?
I think it's better because it's older weapons, so like more recoil. They sound louder. Like it sounds more visceral.
Is it
the feel like
guns?
What?
Do you feel like I don't know? Modern Warfare. I felt like I was holding the gun. Like there was weight to it when it shot. It was like
that's still here. They use the same. It looks like they use the same stats. Like there's horizontal recoil, vertical recoil. There's like the shit is sometimes uncontrollable. My favorite part, which again is a very small thing to everybody here, I can remove anything that's hit marker related. I fucking love that. When I saw that option, I'm like, fucking finally. In Modern Warfare, you were able to disable the sound, so it wasn't like when you hit somebody. I'm like, you will never hear that sound from that far away. So why am I hearing it? Second,
your character making that sound.
That'd be really funny. They gave me the option to take off like the health bar and stuff, and like the actual hit marker where it says, "Oh, you hit him." That's all gone. So I was able to disable that, and that's more immersive for me personally, because it's not like, oh, I can just fire like at this location and then wait for a little logo on the middle of the screen.
So there's no crosshair.
No, there's a crosshair. It doesn't confirm that you hit something. Like the running gag for Call of Duty for me is that hit marker. Oh, I got a hit marker on him. I like having the gunfight, and then if I die, watching the kill cam to see how many X shots I actually got on him, instead of, oh, I got 3 X's on him. You know, I don't have to see the kill cam. The kill cam's worthless at that point, unless it's like sniped or something from a direction you weren't seeing. But like when I disabled that, and I was playing, I loved it, dude. I'm just firing directions. There was some spots where like I did quick scopes and shot, and it looked great because there's like not a lot of UI in the way. It's just me firing and like getting a headshot with like a fucking assault rifle or the sniper, and just again. But at the end of the day, you have to keep this in mind, people. It's Call of Duty. The spawns are trash in the middle of a multiplayer. You'll spawn, run 2 feet, and someone just spawned behind you.
I saw that happen a couple of times when you were playing on that one map where you were like, guys, if we keep literally rushing both ends,
they flip.
We're just gonna keep flipping.
Yes.
Because like, I mean, that's all you can do. Like, unless you have dedicated spawn points that people can't like get to, that's the way it has to work. Otherwise, you could just sit there and spawn camp the whole time.
But then you fuck people who are like behind you, like holding lines. Like they see you go in and you're holding lines, and people are spawning behind them because you pushed forward too far.
Yeah.
And then they get fucked over, and then that fucks your team up, and that fucks up the momentum. So like you have to keep that in mind. There is new modes. I didn't have a chance to try. I just tried all the weapons and stuff, see how it felt. But there are new modes that I wanted to try, so I can't speak on that yet. So that's why I didn't really put it on the dock, because the big thing I wanted to do is try the new modes or talk about the new modes. But again, if you like Call of Duty, this is more of that. You'll like it. If you were done with Call of Duty, this may not bring you back. It's still the same shit you hate. It's still here. So like, you have to like enjoy the shit that is already there, because it still feels it. Like I said, in a good way, it still feels like Call of Duty. In the same way, bad ways, it still feels like Call of Duty. And I mean, like, you have to unlock every attachment for every fucking gun over and over again by leveling each gun. There's Prestige now, again, back from the other Black Ops. So you can Prestige your weapons as well to unlock more stuff. Like, it's that same thing. So, like, we'll see how the campaign goes, because I'm probably going to get this, so I'm still going to end up buying, because I love playing the Call of Duties.
If they release a multiplayer only, and it's like 30 or less, maybe, but I don't trust that company. If it's the people who made Modern Warfare, I would buy it.
You're not going to see their next game in like 3 years. I think they have 4 studios working in rotation. So like the next Infinity Ward Call of Duty is in 4 years, probably 3-4 years, unless they do something crazy and it's like, oh, we're not doing yearly Call of Duties anymore. But that's been cranking out so much cash for them. I don't see that happening, especially now with crossplay.
I really just don't like Activision anymore.
Yeah, I get that. And this is still them. Like, they're gonna have a battle pass. They're gonna have skins and stuff that they're gonna make you guys like pay for. It's all that. So like, if again the gunplay felt fun, everything was the map. Some of the maps were cool. Miami was dope. Moscow was cool. The sand map where I was doing,
Miami looked really cool.
Yeah, and Satellite, I think it's called, where I was doing my sniping, looked really cool. Like, it was fun to play in those maps, but
there's no gunfight.
I don't know if there is. Yeah, I don't know if they're adding that or not.
No.
So, and that's all I can say about it. Like, it's more Call of Duty, in all the good ways and bad. And there's my impromptu review of the beta. Oh, and I was also mad that this is a beta, and they don't even let me try out in beta the NVIDIA technologies, like ray tracing and DLSS, that they announce are going to be in the game when it comes out. So why not have it here so I can test it? But that's it. That's my own gripe. That's it, bros. Kelsey, you have to finish what you were doing this week. I kind of went into a review there.
I don't remember.
You said you might do Squadrons because everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
You kind of enjoyed watching Cold War, so you were thinking about getting that, and then that's when I interrupted you.
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn. I still need to continue playing Detroit because I want to, play like a, I don't know, more of like a hardcore
savage.
Version. Yeah, where what's his name? Connor follows like all the rules as much as possible, and then tries to,
Survive.
and then like kills characters off of things. There's some stuff I want to go back and like fix in certain parts, to see what happens.
Connor surviving.
Right. I mean, I did the full playthrough where everybody survived.
No, Connor never.
dies.
The entire time. Yeah. I'm still salty about that one fucking thing.
Wait, so is there a different ending where he never dies?
No.
Or does it still end up like or does it still end up like with everyone surviving? Does that ending end if you never died as Connor?
I have no idea.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know if there's I'm pretty sure it just changes your reputation with Amanda, if you survive the whole time, and probably I just want to try and see what it happens.
Gotcha. That'd be crazy if it like a complete different ending. If you just keep Connor alive throughout the whole thing.
No, I got the same ending he got.
Oh, and you kept him alive throughout the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there you go. That answers my question.
But he did some things. But he did some things that were different that I saw him do that I didn't see with Connor. Like
have Connor die?
No, like the whole elevator scene was different for me. Like when I got off the elevator at the end, what the heck?
We're squadrons.
When I got off the elevator at the end, he there was nobody there. But when he got off, there was like
people waiting.
He had a fight.
Tim Allen.
All right, well,
and I still don't know why that is.
I'm still salty about the whole fucking click and pull to the right piece of shit
and
game.
it didn't detect the registration. Yep. Gotta love input.
There was a scene. So you remember when did you stay at the hotel or the motel with
Yes, I did.
All right. Did you notice when you started taking over Connor, you can actually see Kara over to the right at the emergency exit door?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you may not have been watching at that time, but I called that out during my playthrough. I was like, I wonder if I went over there if it would change the way that this plays out, because there was like a thing like you're walking towards the stairs towards her room, and there's like a thing where you can see somebody kind of like, doing that through the door, and if you hit whatever button it is to like zoom in, you actually can see Kara. And I didn't know if it would make a difference. Yeah, I'll go back and find you the clip. I'll go back and.
So she's peeking through the door as you're playing as Connor?
Yeah.
Snap.
Let me go back to
What the heck?
Let me go back through and find you the clip so that you can see it. But yeah, I called it out and I was like, I wonder what would happen if.
Did you have the option to walk over to her room?
I mean, that's the point. You walk over to her room. But I
mean, like, I'm talking about why she's speaking. I'm talking about like
I didn't go over there, so I don't know. That's one of the things I want to go back and try.
Okay. That's crazy. Nah, I didn't notice that, man. Dang.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go back and find it, and then I'll send you a clip.
That's why I love that game, man.
Hey man, that's the
everybody has a different like experience.
Yeah,
that's how I say this all the time. I know it sounds like a broken record.
We can't start that again. What I'm doing this week is Dark Side of Genesis tomorrow with Rizali over here, and then on Thursday, Co-op Ghost of Tsushima with this man here. So we're streaming that
What day?
Thursday.
Okay,
because I waited for you to finish what you're doing this week, and nothing came up on Thursday, so that's what you're doing now. That's it, yeah. And then that's Saturday. We're gonna be watching Dragon Ball, and I'll be back Monday. So that's it. Basically co-op week, pretty much.
Shark Week.
Gross. That's it for me, guys. All right, that was episode.
Dang, man, if they had played too, we could have had a 4-man squadron.
Yeah.
Or you could be in Star Wars Squadron.
Whoa. Red Tango 14 orange juice down.
My dad's here.
Oh shit. Is the show over? Yeah, well, you came in right at the end. This is kind of one of the lengthy episodes. Episode ADLR Podcast episode 114 in the books for y'all. Randall?
114?
Yes. 114, Randall.
What are you going to do when it gets to 117?
Nothing, just
skip that one.
Yeah, we're not going to do that one. We're just going to go 116 and then 118.
Okay.
I'm going to come in a Master Chief outfit.
You should come in as Master Chief as a chef so you can be Master Chef.
That's really good. Whoa, I'll see you guys next week. Whoa.